Good evening. Thanks for joining us. This is the world news on your premium talk radio today, 95.1 FM Port. In the headlines, Governor Fubara says nothing can stop his re-election if he seeks second term. PDP suspends BOT chairman Wabara. Nigeria ranks 140th out of 180 countries on 2024 corruption index. On the foreign scene, Italian police arrest 181 in a bid to stop mafia rebuilding. I am Lucky Maxwell. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has expressed confidence that nothing can stand in the way of his victory in the 2027 governorship election if he decides to seek a second term. Governor Fubara made the remark while receiving a delegation of traditional rulers and leaders from the three local government areas that make up the Kalabari ethnic nationality in Rivers State. The delegation endorsed the governor for re-election, praising his leadership qualities and dedication to infrastructural development, particularly the 200 billion naira Trans-Kalabari Road project, which is currently under construction. In response, Governor Fubara reiterated that his administration remains committed to delivering tangible progress for the people of Rivers State, emphasizing that impact and service matter more than the length of time spent in office. Meanwhile, Governor Siminalayi Fubara says there are memos before him to bring back all the campuses of the Rivers State University back to the main campus in Port Harcourt. Governor Fubara, who revealed this when he received a delegation of Kalabari traditional rulers at the Government House, criticized his predecessor Nyesom Wike for creating different campuses of the university. According to Governor Fubara, the campuses spread across the state do not have a sustainable plan. He assured that Kalabari traditional rulers that he would work on their request to establish a higher institution in their area, focused on a specialized discipline and in synergy with the federal government.
It does not be like those people who created campuses could not be sustained. And as of today, there is a big memo requesting that all those campuses should be consolidated back to the university. So we're not going to do our own that way. We're going to study it. Whatever we're going to bring there should be something that will sustain itself. Eventually, further institution will have to get something that we know when we lay the foundation on its own, it will survive. So I can assure you, I'll work on it, see what we can bring to that place. That while the government is supporting, it will also get federal attention. So it has to be something that is specialized.
Governor Fubara also promised the Kalabari people shore protection and land reclamation in their area and announced that the government will initiate the rehabilitation of Abunima General Hospital as requested by the people.
The health situation within that axis is very poor. If you could do something about it. And I already directed the Commissioner for Health to do something immediately. Issues of shore protection is a normal problem with us who visit them. We don't even have the land. The only way we can expand where we reclaim land from our rivers and all those swamps, we know it. We just finished the first one that we did in Abonima. We're going to start the phase 2.
The People's Democratic Party has suspended the Board of Trustees, BOT chairman of the party, Adolphus Wabara. Wabara was suspended by the State Working Committee of the party in Abia State. The decision, according to a party source, was taken during a meeting presided over by the state chairman, Abraham Ama. This is believed to be a continuation of the power play between loyalists of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and the PDP former presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. Members of the local vigilante group in Emoha local government area of Rivers State have called for the intervention of the council chairman and the Nigerian police as a means to curb the rising insecurity in the communities across the area. The General Commander of the Onelga Security Peace and Advisory Committee, OSPAC in Emoha, Emeka Wori, in an interview with Today FM, urged the council chairman, David Omeriji, to provide patrol vehicles and other security equipment to address the security challenges. Wori also called on the council chairman to convene a meeting with the local vigilante groups for a roundtable discussion aimed at finding lasting solutions to the insecurity affecting communities in the area. Confirming the recent killing and beheading of a man by suspected cultists in Rumodogo community, Wori stressed that the worsening situation in Obele should be a major concern for stakeholders urging immediate intervention to restore peace in Emolga.
But what I am saying right now is that I am appealing to the Honorable Chairman of Emuwa local government, because this fight, we cannot fight it without mobility. We cannot fight it without assistance from the chairman. Today, I know the former DPO who just left day before yesterday has tried to make sure he creates a bid. And I know the current DPO too, who is now, that is on seat right now, I know he's going to do more better than the other person. What we are asking now is assistance from the police, assistance from the local government chairman. Let us fight these boys. These boys are human beings. They are not devil.
Wari further appealed to the council chairman and residents of neighboring local government areas to assist in apprehending criminals suspect who commit crimes in one LGA and seek refuge in another, as he emphasized that collaboration between local government will significantly reduce criminal activities in Emoha and surrounding areas.
Rumodogo 1, when they went and killed a hunter, they killed the man right in his house. Nothing is done. And the parents of these children who are doing this thing, they are alive. Nobody has gone to air to say, oh, this is what they did. They have killed social person from Rumodogo 1 since that day up to today. I think the chairman of the local government is there. And our boys who are there in that local government, they should try to feature these boys out and give us information so that we'll come down there and pick them. Because this thing is, see, these boys have started regrouping more and more. They are regrouping every day by day. And we want this thing to stop.
Meanwhile, the paramount ruler of Igbo Olukwa II, Eze Prince Ike Ehie II, has condemned the alleged shooting of soldiers on legitimate duty by suspected miscreants at Okporowo community. In a statement, Eze Ehie described the attack as an affront and a gross insult to constituted authorities, emphasizing that no civilian has the right to open fire on military officers carrying out their constitutional responsibilities. The monarch, through the head of Information and Documentation, Oyagri Chime Emele, urged the government to ensure the perpetrators are apprehended, as he also called on security agencies to exercise professionalism in their response to avoid undue hardship on innocent residents of Olukwa Kingdom, stressing that the community remains peaceful and hospitable. Eze Ehie assured that his kingdom would collaborate with security agencies to curb the illegal proliferation of arms among youth, and warned that moving forward, all community paramount rulers must uphold public interest and prevent security breaches. He said failure to do so could lead to serious consequences, including outright removal from office. The Igbo Olukwa monarch extended his sympathies to the military high command, the government, and the affected victims, praying for the quick recovery of the injured. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. The federal government has commenced ministerial press briefings as part of efforts to promote transparency and accountability in governance. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, announced this during a media conference in Abuja. Idris stated that President Bola Tinubu had directed all ministers to appear periodically before the media to provide updates on their activities and policies. He said the briefings will serve as a platform for ministers to directly engage with Nigerians, highlight key developments in their respective ministries, and address public concerns. The minister noted that other ministers would also take turns weekly to address Nigerians as part of the ongoing ministerial media briefings. The federal government says it will press the appropriate diplomatic buttons and liaise with the appropriate authorities to resolve the suspension of the drop box provision for Nigerians renewing their American visas. The chairman of the House Representative Committee on Foreign Affairs, Oluwole Oke, made this known in a television program. The drop box system allowed applicants, especially those with recent U.S. travel history, to submit passports without interviews, reducing wait times. However, last weekend, complaints filtered in from visa applicants that the U.S. has stopped its visa drop box service in Nigeria, necessitating all visitor visa applications to attend in-person interviews for renewals. The development comes amid a crackdown by the Donald Trump presidency on migrants in the United States. The lawmaker said the suspension of the service by the U.S. was not a serious issue, as Nigeria does not offer the same service to Americans renewing their Nigerian visas. Meanwhile, Nigeria has been ranked 140th position out of the 180 countries in the world on the 2024 Corruption Perception Index, according to a report by Transparency International. The TI's latest ranking release sees Nigeria move up 5 spots when compared with 2023's report and 10 spots as against 2022's report. Denmark emerged as the least corrupt country with 90 points, with fellow Nordic country Finland coming in second with 88 points, and Singapore in third with 84 points. However, countries that made the most corrupt list in the world were South Sudan, Somalia, and Venezuela. No African country made the top 10, as it was dominated by European countries. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and security agencies has reaffirmed their commitment to electoral integrity ahead of key elections in 2025 and 2026. At the first regular meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security for the year in Abuja, INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu warned that vote buying remains a serious threat to free and fair elections in Nigeria. Yakubu noted that while arrests have been made in previous elections, the fight against electoral corruption must intensify, especially with party primaries approaching. He highlighted that vote buying is not limited to election day but extends to party primaries where delegates are influenced with money to manipulate the nomination process. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has warned police officers in the country against right violations and other misconduct. According to a statement by Force spokesman Muyiwa Dejobi, the IGP said in a virtual meeting with police managers that no operative should be seen carrying assault arms, rifles, while dressed in civilian attire. The IGP said he has received various complaints regarding right violations through the force complaint channels. He warned that any conduct violating human rights will not be tolerated and will be met with severe consequences. The Petroleum Product Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Petron, has attributed the recent increase in petrol truck crashes to 3 primary factors: driver negligence, deteriorating road conditions, and faulty petrol trucks. Speaking in an interview with Today.95.1fm, Funaya Opemendukwe, Petron State Chairman Francis Dinkpa clarified that the fire incidents are caused by petrol spills igniting rather than by explosions or substandard petrol, as some social media users have suggested. He explained that when petrol spills occur, the heat from the roads combined with public attempt to collect the spilled petrol can ignite fires, stressing that all stakeholders must play their part in preventing these dangerous incidents.
So we are not thinking it's explosion per se. It's accident causing spills that ignite fire. And so the issue is why this regular tanker falling here and there. That is what we think the issue is, so that we can tackle it together as a society. To us in Petroleum Product Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, the issue about these falling trucks needs all hands in the industry to be on deck. To us, we look at it that the issue is coming from 3 aspects. Either the drivers are not being careful enough, or the roads is not too good enough where they position their truck, or as a result of faulty vehicle.
Dinkpa added that Petron is actively sensitizing petrol truck drivers to exercise caution while urging truck owners to ensure that their vehicles are properly maintained and roadworthy. He also called on the public to maintain a safe distance from falling petrol trucks, emphasizing that no amount of salvaged petrol is worth risking human life.
And that is why we are concerned, believing that much sensitization needs to go on. On our own side as Petron, we are telling our members to sensitize their drivers. Drivers are being sensitized to be more careful. Owners of trucks are being sensitized to intensify maintenance of their trucks, to make their trucks more roadworthy. And then, should this kind of thing happen, the masses should know that there is no amount of product they will scoop on the ground that is worth satisfying their life. So the masses need higher sensitization to stay away from a falling truck as much as they can.
In recent times, there have been reports of multiple incidents of loaded petrol trucks falling in various parts of the country, resulting in several casualties. On the foreign scene, Italian police have launched a series of raids targeting mafia clans operating in and around the Sicilian capital, Palermo. The raids, the biggest for several years, were seen as a bid by Italian authorities to stop the mafia rebuilding its governing body known as the Capola. A number of mafia bosses have been released from jail in recent months on appeal, but investigators say those still behind bars have used encrypted mobile phones to continue their activities. In sport, Luis Rubiales has told the court that Spanish footballer Jenny Hermoso gave her consent before he kissed her at the Women's World Cup final in 2023. The former president of the Royal Spanish Football Federation is on trial accused of sexual assault and attempting to coerce Hermoso into publicly saying the kiss had been consensual. Giving evidence, Rubiales said he was absolutely sure the player gave permission for the kiss, adding that in that moment it was something completely spontaneous. The incident occurred during the medal-giving ceremony after Spain's World Cup win in Australia, triggering protests and calls for Rubiales' resignation. He has denied any criminal wrongdoing. To end the news as a summary of the major stories. We told you that Governor Ismaila Fubara has said that nothing can stop his re-election if he seeks the second term. The People's Democratic Party has suspended its BOT chairman, Adolfo Swabara. You heard that Nigeria has been ranked 140th out of 180 countries on the 2024 Corruption Index. On the foreign scene, Italian police have arrested 181 persons in a bid to stop mafia rebuilding. Ifunanya Obemendukwe edited the news. Comment and inquiries, please call 08183892850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. I am Lucky Maxwell. Good evening.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart. And that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Secrets hidden inside our bones. Starlight that bleeds when all of the lights come on. It's a beautiful miracle. How you lift me up when I feel low. Beautiful, everglow. Now I'm shining like a sea of gold. Yeah. Like a million diamonds in the sky, and we're lost in all the lights. Here together, we're on fire tonight. We're on fire.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Soccer Nation, the best 15 minutes of football you find anywhere on radio. My name is Harry Oguwa, and I'm here with you this lovely Tuesday evening to give you the latest and trending stories happening in the world of football. Yes, from the local scene here in Nigeria down to the African continent, and also to the beautiful and old continent of Europe and the rest of the globe. So, ladies and gentlemen, take a seat, fasten your seatbelts, and let's get this show on the road. Now let's start off with the NWFL as Rivers Angels head coach Tosan Blankson has called on its teaming fans to come out en masse and support the team against Bielsa Queens. Now the stage is set for a thrilling showdown at the Adoke Amesimaka Stadium on Wednesday as Rivers Angels of Port Harcourt take on Bielsa Queens in match week 5 of the Nigerian Women's Football League. Now in his pre-match thoughts, Blankson said the duel of Rivers are battle ready for the much anticipated tie. As he said, and I quote, "We're ready for whatever Bielsa Queens throw at us. My girls are mentally and psychologically prepared to take on the challenge. We appreciate the maximum support from the fans and good people of Rivers State. We need them to cheer us on to victory on Wednesday." Still sticking with the NWFL as Heartland Queens midfielder Oluchi Okwara has said that the club is ready for the showdown against Dana's Ladies in a crucial NWFL Premiership Match Day 5 encounter. Now she reassured the teaming fans that the team will bounce back to reckoning from their recent poor form as they take on Dana's Ladies on Wednesday at the Dan Anyam Stadium in Owerri. Now she said, and I quote, "In this very next home match against Dana's Ladies, we are going for outright victory and nothing else. I have no doubt in my mind that I will give my very best to ensure we get a good result, and the expected win will be the necessary catalyst that will turn our fortune around for the best going forward in other matches on the calendar. We want to appeal to our team fans and supporters not to give up on us. They should keep encouraging us as we are more than ever determined to make them proud, starting with the Wednesday's match against Dana's Ladies. We sincerely apologize for the poor results so far in the ongoing season, and we have come back as a unit to make amends and put smiles on your faces once again." And now we head over to the NPFL as Akwa Ibom State Football Association has rewarded Akwa United with 100,000 naira following their 2-1 victory over Enyimba. Now, chairman of the state FA, Mr. Samuel Umar, presented the donation on behalf of the association, stating that it was meant to motivate the team and encourage further successes in their remaining matches of the season. I said, and I quote, "We in the Football Association are proud of our victory today. It brings us immense joy as well as the fans who attended the match. Our responsibility is to create an environment that nurtures the beautiful game in this state, and we want to assure you that we fully support this team. We will continue to back you as you aim for success this season and beyond. The team's performance today was commendable, and we are certain that fans who came out enjoyed the display. This victory is encouraging, and we are confident there will be more great wins in the upcoming matches." Now let's talk about Super Falcons centre-back Ashley Plumter, or defender Ashley Plumter, as she has extended her contract with Al Ittihad Ladies in the Saudi Women's Pro League. Now the Super Falcons defender, who extended her stay at Al Ittihad club until 2027, has 2 goals and an assist and 5 clean sheets so far this season. 26-year-old joined the Tigers on a free transfer in 2023 after severing ties with Leicester City. And over to the camp of the Flying Eagles as head coach Ali Zubeiru has called up 30 players as Nigeria's under-20 boys, the Flying Eagles, prepare for a 2-match tour of Egypt later this month. Now, team administrator Aliyu Lawal Ibrahim informed the press that the 7-time African champions will clash with their Egyptian counterparts in Cairo, the capital of Egypt, in friendly matches that have been scheduled for 25th and 27th February. Respectively. Now, this year's African Under-20 Cup of Nations will be staged in Cote d'Ivoire between the 26th of April to 18th of May, with 4 top-place finishers qualifying to represent the continent at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup Finals in Chile, which will hold from 27th of September to 19th October. Now, the list consists of goalkeepers Ifeanyi Hakat, Light, Emery Nonye, and Abubakar Rufai. For defenders, we have Adamu Maigari, Daniel Bameyi, Kenneth Ibukwe, Haruna Aliyu, Musa Ademu, Shamsuddin Muhammad, Ibrahim Abdullahi, Shamsuddin Ishak, and Stephen Jolomi. Now, Raphael Oyebanji. We also have, for the midfielders, we have Raphael Oyebanji, we have Mohamed Ibrahim, Kizito Okpara, Alabi Suleiman Jojo. We also have Suleiman Abubakar, Shafiu Adamu, and Cletus Simon. For the forwards, we have Bidemi Amole, Clinton Jeffet, Matthew Chukwusa. We have Nasiru Salihu, Divine Olisa, Jerry Salami. We also have Oluwaseyi Akinfewa. And we also have Shola Adelami, Abdurrahman Ishak, Ezekiel Anthony, and Sadiq Olalekon Adewumi making up the forwards. And now let's head over to the foreign scene as UEFA has moved a step closer to hosting the Champions League final in the United States thanks to a potential groundbreaking new deal. Now UEFA and the European Club Association have entered an exclusive negotiation period with American agency Relevant Sports for global commercial rights to Europe's men's club competitions, according to reports. Now, the potential groundbreaking deal could mean the prospect of the Champions League games being played in the United States by 2033, with Relevant Sports eager to bring high-profile matches to North America. Now, Relevant Sports are controlled by billionaire and Miami Dolphins owner Steven Ross, and if the deal were to be completed, it will mark the end of an era and a major shift for European football. Now, UEFA has previously enjoyed a 30-year association with team marketing, and this news and the news of a potential shift to Relevant has reportedly been met with a state of shock and could also result in the loss of 170 jobs. Now, let's head over to the English Premier League as we do have the Merseyside derby coming up tomorrow. And ahead of that game, Liverpool manager Arne Slot says that the defeat at Plymouth Argyle was not acceptable and that his side have to bounce back against Everton tomorrow on the Merseyside derby. Now, a much changed Red side were on the end of an FA Cup upset as they were beating 1-0 at Plymouth, who are bottom of the championship on Sunday. Now they now face Everton in the English Premier League as they aim to extend the lead at the top of the table to 9 points in what is set to be the final Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. Now, Slot said, and I quote, "We beat Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup third round, but to lose against Plymouth is of course not acceptable as a team, and I think our fans as well are disappointed by that result. We have to show a different side of us on Wednesday because it was not only the result, but the performance was far from what Liverpool standards are as well." Now, the match at Everton will be Slot's first derby as Reds boss, but the last at Goodison Park, with Everton moving to their new stadium for next season. Still talking about the Merseyside derby, as Everton manager David Moyes says the gap between his Everton side and Liverpool is as big as it has been for a long time, as the two sides do prepare for Wednesday's Merseyside clash at Goodison Park. Now, the Toffees have not finished above the Reds since the 2012-2013 season, which was Moyes' last in charge before joining Manchester United. Now, recent years have seen Everton battle against relegation and financial issues, while title-chasing Liverpool have not finished lower than 5th in the past 8 seasons. Now, Moyes said, and I quote, "There's a gulf between the two sides, and everyone's aware of the difficulty this club has had. The gap between the two teams at the moment has probably been as big as it has been for a long time. So it's something I have to bridge and start bringing the two clubs closer together. But I always go back to my last 2 years where we finished above Liverpool in the league twice, and it took us a good few years to prepare that and get us ready. We've got a few years to go before we're going to be ready to compete with Liverpool again." Now, still staying in England and with Everton, but this time about their player Abdoulaye Doucouré, as he revealed that Frank Lampard treated him unfairly during the England legend stint as Everton manager. Now, Doucouré, who joined the Toffees in 2020, played under Lampard during the coach's brief stint at Goodison Park. Now, Lampard took charge of the Merseyside team in January 2022 and lasted less than a year at the club, and Doucouré did not feature in the coach's last 2 matches as he was banished from the first team towards the end of Lampard's tenure and was asked to train with the club's under-21 side. Now, 2 years after the England icon sacking, the Mali international opened up about his experience of playing under Lampard as he told the Overlap, and I quote, "Frank Lampard was the only one that didn't trust me a lot, and I think he made a mistake with me, to be honest, because, you know, I'm a hard-working guy. I'm a very humble person. I work hard in training. Obviously, he can't make a choice. I never like contest the choice a manager makes, but obviously sometimes you have to be fair, and I think he was not fair with me because leaving me on the bench for so many games and didn't give me and didn't give me my chance, and that's why I was just upset with him. And we head over to Spain, where Luis Rubiales has told the court that Spanish footballer Jenny Hermoso gave her consent before he kissed her at the Women's World Cup final in 2023. Now, the former president of the Royal Spanish Football Federation, the RFEF, is on trial accused of sexual assault and attempting to coerce Miss Hermoso into publicly saying the kiss had been consensual. Now, giving evidence, Mr. Rubiales, who is 47 years of age, said he was absolutely sure that the player gave permission for the kiss, adding, "In that moment, it was something completely spontaneous." The incident occurred during the medal giving ceremony after Spain's World Cup win in Australia, triggering protests and calls for Mr. Rubiales' resignation as he denies any criminal wrongdoing. Now, Mr. Rubiales described the case as an act of affection to Spain's national court in Madrid on Tuesday. And over to the women's side of things, as Chelsea striker Sam Kerr has been found not guilty of causing racially aggravated harassment after calling a Metropolitan Police officer stupid and white. Now, a jury at Kingston Crown Court cleared her in relation to the incident in Twickenham, southwest London on 30th January 2023. Now, Ms. Kerr, who is 31 years of age, said she was antagonized by officers after she was taken to a police station by a taxi driver following a dispute. Now, the Australian international, who made comments to PC Stephen Lovell, did not deny using the words but denied it amounted to a racial offense. Now, Ms. Kerr was cleared by the jury after it deliberated for 4 hours. And finally, we talk about the Three Lionesses of England, as Chloe Kelly has been left out of England's squad for the Women's Nations League matches against Portugal and Spain this month. Now, the forward moved to Arsenal from Women's Super League rivals Manchester City on transfer deadline day in January after falling out of favour at the Joey Stadium. Now, 27-year-old who scored England's winner in the final of Euro 2022 has not been selected by manager Serena Wigman for the opening Nations League games on 21st and 26th February. Now, Lauren James and Ella Toone returned to the squad following injury, but Georgia Stanway has been ruled out. Nikita Parrish is also called into the senior England squad for the first time since November 2022 as the Brighton forward is rewarded for a strong start to the Women's Super League season. And that's the size of the package, ladies and gentlemen. It's been fun and exciting hanging out with you. Join us same time, same station tomorrow for more trending football stories. My name is Henry Ogugo, and this was Soccer Nation. On that note, I say stay safe, stay blessed, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
You may not realize it, but do you know you can always show your love for others
with simple gestures. Here are some of them. Always look for the good in people. There are two sides to every story. We have our good and bad sides. So, look for the good in people. Focus on people's potential. Everyone has potential. So, rather than put them down, help them realize it. Choose to love. If you're given an option between giving love and receiving love, choose giving because that is a more practical choice. Treat everyone as equals. This means letting go of all the prejudice and partiality. See people for who they really are, not their jobs, not their apparels or bank accounts. If everyone does this, then the world would be a better place. Love yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. So, before you try to love other people, love yourself first. Forgive. We all make mistakes. So, whether it's a family or a stranger, the best way of showing love is forgiveness. Everyone deserves a second chance. Show compassion. Care for other people. Care for what they are going through. Do what you can to help. Give back to the community. Remember that a single drop of water can cause countless ripples. That donation, no matter how small, can inspire others to do the same. Smile, even to strangers. Remember that you're never fully dressed without a smile. So, do not underestimate the power of a smile. Not only
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite
His name is Michael Jackson, legendary Michael Jackson at the 30th Annual Grammy Awards. Make that change. That's what he calls that one. We sing it here. Well, we need to make any change. Yeah, change begins with you. There's one song they used to sing. They started it during Buhari's period. Change begins with you. And then they changed and turned everything upside down. Anyway, that's it. Feel free to join the conversation and call me right now and tell me what's on your mind. All right? What's on your mind? I'm sure some of you have started checking the money you're spending. 2024 cash is around, though. Of course. So it means they printed money last year. Call 0810 9510 951. Call me and tell me what's in your mind. You can also call 0817 00 951. Also, you can do a message to 0701 9339 962. It's been long. I ate gizzard. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like eating gizzard. You know gizzard? Yes. The ones that are properly made, fried and marinated. That's what I want to eat now. So anyone with information on where I can get it now? Gizzard. You don't know gizzard? If you know where I can get it, just let me know. All right. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good to have you.
Okay, my name is Irene from Bundi, sir.
Irene, go ahead.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. I'm doing well.
All right. What's on my mind are like two things. One, my local government chairman, yesterday, he gave free jam forms to a very good number of them. In fact, one of them was even my son that recognized me and was teaching me. He was one of the beneficiaries. So that's a good thing. Thumbs up.
All right. Thank you.
After I saw the local government.
All
thumbs up. Yes, really, I'm happy. Then, the big thank you that we, the Calabari Kingdom, came to say thank you to our governor for all the good things he did for Calabari Kingdom. So I'm very, very happy for all these good.
All right. Thank you,
so
Irene.
that's all my mind. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Irene. All right. Anyone with information where I can get gizzard, as in gizzard. I want to chop gizzard. That's what I said. But call in and tell me what's in your mind. 0810 9510 951. Yes, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good to have you.
Good evening to you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
My name is Stephen Nido.
All right.
I heard on the news this evening that Mr. Governor, President Governor, want to move away the campus whereby the former governor placed them to. I want to tell him that let him leave those campus in those areas, because if he move that campus to maybe Port Harcourt City again, they are trying to decongest Port Harcourt, and you now move another campus again, the ones that they have already made. So what is it going to establish in those places that is going to move those campus from? Let him leave that campus in those areas so that those places will also be developed. Everybody must not be in Port Harcourt City at a time. At least some of those students that are coming from their various states that they are coming from to learn in Port Harcourt, they will also know the other localities within our Port Harcourt City. Thank you.
Thank you. What's on my mind is the way Uniport is stressing us. If possible, they should refund my school fees. I know do again. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is like that. Nigerian education, they stress you. They stress you. And going to do a higher degree, I prefer short courses. Those ones, you just do it sharp. You can do it physically, you can do online, 3 months, 6 months. you're good to go. You know, it gives you more money than going to do masters. I'm not saying you should not do it, but the system, me right now, in this time of my life, I hate stress. So sometimes they tire me. You understand? So I know how you feel. Good evening. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I remain Kigori from Odom Clan. Lucky Maswell, what is in my mind is this. Like today, a friend of mine will take a drive down to Calabari Azi. We are going to arrest to see somebody, a friend of mine. So when we are going, we saw a beggar walking there seriously, going to Abonima Azi. So I am using this medium to appeal to River State people. Let us come out, let us forget the past and come out massively and support Governor Senfo. But again, when it comes to Wakre,
is that what's on your mind?
Down to Eboli water side, they are almost getting
all right, thank you.
So I'm
thank
begging
you.
people, let us support our governor.
Thank you now. Thank you. Let's hear something different. Oh, Sinachi, do you know where Gizzard is? Please send me a message, all right? Support. Do they even need your support? All right, we have a few minutes to go. Still call me and tell me what's in your mind. Okay? It mustn't be politics. So for Mr. Brown, our educational system is very funny. It's very stressful. Whether you're doing undergraduate, postgraduate, is very stressful. Our character towards one another is also something we need to discuss on, on platforms where sometimes students are not serious. Sometimes the lecturers have a way of stressing the students, and then the lecturers sometimes they are also overstretched. Day to day, are going through a whole lot of stress. So you walk into a lecturer's office, and the manager says, "Will you get out of this place?" You're wondering, what did I do to this man? You don't do him anything. The man is already angry. He's not well paid. He doesn't have conducive environment to teach. We have to look at these things side by side. I'm not holding brief for the lecturers, but I mean, how do you expect a professor? There's my former dean bought his first Venza as a professor. And one small boy like that just became local government chairman, will be driving bulletproof car. It's painful. This man has put in almost all his life into reading, researching, and ensuring that he provides solution to the problems in the society. And then you're not paying him well. You're not encouraging him. Nothing. So sometimes they just look for a way to also help themselves. Who is the victim? The students are the receiving end. Does government care about the tertiary institution? Yes and no. There's also massive corruption in the system where square pegs are put in round holes. VCs are politically motivated, They install VCs through politics. A whole lot is wrong with the system. It's the head is rotten, so what do you expect? The entire body, of course, will go for it. Are we going to have a Messiah someday? I don't know. I am hoping that we're going to have a Messiah who will get into Brick House or who will get into Aso Rock, and with the paraphernalia and money that is there, you will say, no, let me just do some certain things. But that person also will be prepared to clamp on some people's feet, because there are scavengers in the system who don't want things to work. So don't think we've had any Messiah. We've not had, whether as governor or president. We've not had, we'll never get to. There's no Messiah now. The touts and hoodlums at NIMC Gate at Barrow, Port Harcourt are extorting JAMB applicants who came to add phone numbers to their NIN to enable them generate JAMB code. These touts generate fake police extract and collect as much as 9,000 naira from these students. Police should help out. Okay, George from Port Harcourt. George, Another thing we should be clamoring for is for these institutions and parastatals. They should be fully online. We are in the 21st century. The internet, the technology is doing a whole lot, where you can stay in your house and impute things and print it out. So to avoid all these things, parastatals should go full swing into technology so that we don't have this man-to-man contact. Unfortunately, do you know what? The people in the system don't like it. They don't want it to be. They want this man-to-man contact so that the nonsense will continue. That's the issue. That's the issue. So they want you to come to the office. Can't you see even our banks? Common ATM card that you want to renew, you will come to the bank. You will fill form. You will do this one. Something that once your card expires, I was just walking on the road and I had that inspiration one day. If your card expires, instead of putting dates that is going to expire so and so, just put the person's name. Give the person the card. When it expires, is it not software? You send a message to the bank. They stay wherever they are. You impute your data, you send to them. They do it, using technology. And then impute all you're doing and then renew it. And then send you a mail that it's been renewed. They collect their money. You don't need to travel from where you are to a bank. It's technology now. These things are simple. Good evening.
Good evening, Maxwell.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Daniel calling from Potato.
Yes, please.
Maxwell, this thing you are just saying is real low. They would like to stress you to come to the bank, fill form, stand on the queue, and take your money. Then you see yourself paying drops because you are paying transport from here to wherever your bank is. Then they might and they will still charge you. Why not just put your name and wherever you are, you can just renew your ATM card or even your driver's license. So, the system is just something that, let me just say what is. But anyway, I enjoyed it, but it's still bothering me. I went I took my boss to E3 around the, what they call it, Abba Road at the Pleasure Park. I don't want to mention I'm not advocating for them. So I was just sitting inside the car, waiting for my boss to come out. I called the sales girl to get shawarma for me. She never told me the price. She never told me the price of the shawarma. So I told her, give me shawarma and a soft drink. It took like 30 minutes to prepare the shawarma. I don't know if they went to Rumoko Market to buy those things. After everything, Maxwell, you know how much they charge for shawarma? 9,000 naira. And that's soft drink.
As in one shawarma?
Just one shawarma, 9,000 naira. And that soft drink, they charge it 14,200 naira. Not in Maxwell. I said, if she have told me that this shawarma is 9,000 naira, but they make it leave them, I'll go buy 3 outside 9,000 naira. Just for my children. Not in Maxwell. I paid 9,000 naira.
And probably it's because of the way the place, the way they built the place, everything. So they are trying to recover their fund.
Well, it's outrageous now. Outrageous. So it is bad. If you have told me that shawarma is 9,000 naira, whether they go buy shawarma at 9,000 naira.
What me I usually do, I usually ask, I know the shame. I ask.
I don't know what came over me that I did not ask. I don't really know. I usually ask, but I don't know what happened to me that very day that I did not ask. It told me 9,000 naira plus soft drink, everything, 14,200. I can even do soft drink. I can even use that money of that soft drink to buy one crate outside. And you're charging me almost 3,000 something for soft drink. Or 4,000 something for soft drink. It's outrageous. This thing is painful. It's painful. And they will not tell you, they will tell you things and pass to you. You're paying. It's wrong. Thank you, Lucky Maxwell.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Me, I usually ask, I know the shame, now my money, because if I no pay now, they will shout. So if I don't get the money to pay, I go my way. I no thief. I'm not owing anybody. Shame no they catch me as I dare. Shame no they my eye. You know, as much as I did not steal anybody's money, I won't concern you. Now do want my hand rich, I go buy. Shame no day my eye at all. I have discovered this is when you go to big supermarkets, people don't go to this thing again to just pick things. They look at the cheapest ones. You don't know. When they go to the shelf, they look at the cheap ones, including people who parked cars outside. They look at the cheap ones and pick. Nobody looks at the brand again. Nobody they buy brand again. You want to buy brand say 12,000. Then another brand is selling for 6,000 plus. Which one you go buy now? Now brand, for instance, if it's milk, now brand you go chop. My brother, milk. I think that's what we can take. Let's take this short break and come back for for area talk.
Today's news in 60.
The federal government has intervened in the lingering power crisis at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State, with a promise to provide a lasting solution to the problem. Cancer specialists have raised concern about the increasing intake of alcohol and tobacco use among young Nigerians, saying both have been identified as risk factors for breast cancer in younger women. As part of measures to end open defecation by 2030, senior health professionals have called on the state and local governments to make public toilet usage free for the populace. The Ogun State government has shut down no fewer than 21 manufacturing companies in the last 6 years for violating different environmental regulations in the state. On the foreign scene, the World Health Organization has launched a new platform providing cost-free cancer medicines to thousands of children living in low and middle-income countries in a bid to improve lagging survival rates.
Today's news in 60.
So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you.
Hey, we love you. Not just because of who you are, but for who we have become when we are with you. We love that because we have you, we've never lost the magic that makes us us. We want to give you a treat this Valentine. You stand a chance of winning a Valentine's Day staycation at a fancy hotel for you and your significant other. To participate, make a 1-minute video with your boo. Tell us how you met.
You can send your entries to our WhatsApp number 0701-933-9962. Again, 0701-933-9962. And winners will be announced on Wednesday.
Life is better with you by our side. Happy Valentine's Day.
Say what we want, use what we got before it's all gone. No.
See, ma tell you, that man na ritualist. You don't ever see as that man dressed like normal human being before. Every time na black, blue. That man na ritualist.
Just leave them. Now so those people will come from that place. Now so they behave.
You see this our neighbor. You see that fair guy where they always they carry laptop up and down. If you observe, you know they go work in the morning, but every time you go they change car. But I don't they observe and since.
I know they there.
Now for you.
But here I know say, you know people where they come from that area. Now so all of them they behave. You know get with anybody if you tell me 9 drunk.
What is it with all the hate and the way we talk? Hate speech does no one any good. It only makes a bad situation worse. The aim is to stir more hate and anger rather than bring us together. All they want is to set you against your neighbor or even your brother. Will you let them? Hate speech is not just criminal, it is intended to destroy you. Shun hate speech. No one truly benefits. A message from Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
All right, welcome back. So, everybody is talking about 2027, just after the 2023 elections. Trump has come on board, and Trump has faced governance. Is facing governance as we speak. Issuing executive orders, putting tariffs here and there, all in favor of the American people. Well, some people might not be happy with his policies, but anything you have to do to favor your people, you do it. Let us come back to Nigeria, take a flight from Abuja back to River State. The talk of 2027, even began last year, 2024, whereas elections was 2023. After the 2023 elections, a whole lot of Nigerians, particularly within the state level, were expecting events to turn in their favor. Even though I always encourage people not to put too much hope in the present scores of political gladiators, because most of them are politicians. They are not administrators. They are not elder statesmen who think about the future. If you take a look at what's happening in even some few African countries, you see what they are discussing is policies. In Tanzania, they've launched a train service, electric train service, that will serve both rural areas. You talk about Rwanda, where motorcycles are being converted to electric motorcycles. That's fuel combustion motorcycles are now being converted to electric motorcycles. So you see, they are trying to make life much more easier. So that's what you see. They also made sure that the electricity to charge those motorcycles will be cheaper. That's one. And then they will not register fuel combustible motorcycles again, because they want to shift from fossil fuel to clean energy. These are policies that will make life better. We also expect that within our country, within our states. So you take a look at the governors with so much money, you look at the governors with so much power. What are their policies to make life comfortable? Policy on education, policy on power, which is our major issue. Now, the federal government have relinquished electricity down to the state level for governors to find partners and go into the electricity market, provide electricity for your people. You can sell to other states if you wish. How many governors have embarked on that? The Niger Delta governors, under Brace, What are they doing concerning electricity within the Niger Delta region? Oil exploration kickstarted 1950 something thereabout up until now. What can the Niger Delta show? Do you know that electricity, people within the northern area enjoy electricity more than the people within the southern area? Go and find out. People within the northern area enjoy electricity more than, the southern area. Go and find out. Find out from people who live within the northern region. They'll tell you. So let's leave that. So it was expected that after the 2023 elections, governance will start. However, in River State, have we had enough of governance in all sectors with the liberation, in quote, that some people say have taken place? So it is expected that the governor can now do as he wishes in tandem with the people's will, because every action of Governor Simfora should be towards ensuring that the will of the people stand. What is the will of Rivers people? Good education, revitalize those things that were neglected, that were built during the Amechi administration, improve on them, then bring in more policies, stabilize the system, and ensure that we return back to that business state that we were known for, even during the DTSPIF and co administration. Is that what we are seeing gradually? Yes, we have seen quite a few corrections. For instance, the promotions for civil servants, which is the engine room of government. I must say that is the correct thing to do, because the last administration neglected that. So promotions have been done, even though at the local government level, promotions that have been done for so many people have not reflected in what comes into their account. And now, local governments have gotten some form of autonomy where they receive their money. However, the question has always been, who are the characters at the local government level when you talk about the local government chairman? Because character is very important. Take away character, then there's no human being. So if you like, give someone without character at the local government level 2 trillion naira monthly. If he wants to owe salary, he will owe. So the governor has also paid 85,000 naira minimum wage. He chose to pay 85 because the federal government proposed 70. So the conversation is that you can't pay below what has been agreed nationally. But at the local government level, they are yet to pay. That is a discourse for another day. Why they have refused to pay, I don't know. Is the money available? Yes. Now, when you talk about governance in River State, a whole lot of sectors were abandoned. The governor also agreed that the primary schools, most of them are dilapidated, and the health centers. What were we expecting? Rivers people probably were expecting that in 3 months, all these would have been revitalized and brought back to its normal state. 60-60-60 was launched during the Amechi's regime. 60 hospitals, right? In 60 days, or I don't know the other 60, but I know 60-60-60. And it was done. It means that in renovating these schools and hospitals, it shouldn't take government more than 3 months. Deploy the money, workforce, go there, revitalize the schools. Now, even the opposition in River State, of course you know the opposition, They were both in the same party, but with the turn of events, some people went this way. The APC, even in real estate, is not even the opposition. The opposition is the same party that has divided. Because how many times, I'm not talking about the, because the APC that by law we know is the one headed by Emeka Beke. The one headed by Tony Okocha, I don't know which one is that one. So I'm only following the law. Am I correct? So you won't blame me. I'm following the law. The one headed by Emeka Beke, they are not really, they say they are supporting the good works of the government. That's okay. But the PDAPC, okay, let me put it that way, because I don't even know which one is APC or PDP now. Because, of course, you know the turn of events. And I don't want to go into details. Do you understand? I don't want to go into details. So should I call it PDAPC or should I say still PDP? But the weaker faction. They tend to be the main opposition. Because you know Tony Okocha, in quote, is heading a faction of the APC. But he's still with Wike, so I don't know if he's in PDP or then former Governor Wike, I don't know if he's still in PDP or now in APC. I don't know which one. It seems as though we don't even have party again. I was having a conversation with someone and I said, let us scrap all this party. Because they are using it to deceive us. Scrap all the party. Say no more party again. Just scrap everything concerning party. No APC, no PDP, no Labour, no Accord. Let us now have individuals stand like this. You say you have capacity, Abi? Don't use party structure. We have scattered party. For instance, or hypothetically, now, just like the Nelson Mandelas and the Martin Luther Kings, they had followers. Am I correct? So let us now see people who have character, who has capacity. Let us now see who will follow them. Let us remove party now. You want to stand for election, stand as an individual. Mr. Lucky Maxwell, let us see your followers. Do you understand? Mr. XYZ, we'll see your followers. Mr. Robert Maja the farmer, we'll see your followers. Dr. Chris, we see you stand as a human being. Leave umbrella and broom and mama, papa and pikin and kokoroko. That one is Abga. That's foul. Leave those things. Leave them. Let INEC be registering names, individual names. Mr. This is contesting for so. So if they like you, they follow Mr. This or Mrs. This. Do you understand? Leave party. But will they allow it? I pray someday we'll get to that level where because we don't even know which one is which one again. All the parties, all of them, they are just having issues here and there. You don't know which one is APC. You don't know which one is PDP. This man is here, is working for another man at the other end. This one is here, is collecting money from this one. You know, they are just scattering everywhere. You don't know which one is Labour again. You don't know. This one will say, I am in Labour, not under so and so person. So which one are they do now? So, but that aside, after election is supposed to be what? Governance. And the special focus is on the Simfubra administration. The governor said nothing can stop his victory in the 2027 governorship elections. Is that a pronouncement of faith? Because for those who are Christians, the Bible says you should speak positively. Is the governor professing positive statements? Because I am aware that elections are supposed to be counted by votes, even though within the Nigerian context, it is a fallacy. People just come out for formality. Of course, people have confessed, so don't attack me. They confessed that they used to write result in government house and give to the authorities to announce. So when you hear that kind of thing, what would you say? Or what you assume that all the results have been written somewhere and handed over to a certain set of people who say they have integrity to conduct elections. and then they just announce. So I now usually ask, so all the people went out under the sun to vote. Well, that means they were wasting their time. Oh. So I don't now blame people who on election day will stay at home and play football. But again, if you stay at home and play football, how will the system change? This same set of people will be writing results and pushing themselves into government house. And then you keep on complaining. That's the truth. So is it that we are now going to hold the electoral body accountable? We will check what we voted, and then all of us will move down there. There's nothing like what do you call it? Collation. All of us will go and collate the collation. We will go and collation the collation. So once we have had all our distance from all the polling units, we have compared it. We'll now look at what you are. Immediately you want to read nonsense, we'll just stop you there. Say, okay, don't read it again. That thing is not corresponding with what we have here. So it will now be the people versus the electoral body. All of us will go to court. Is that not so? It won't be the political party now against each other. If the people voted probably their own candidate and they all went to do the collation, and we have all done our own collation from different polling units, and the people have looked at it, looked at the figures. Okay, this is it, Abi. Let us go and collation the collate. They now get there, and the man, he will start reading from LJ to LJ. By the time he reads 1, 2, LJ, and is not corresponding, you say, Oga, wait, it's okay. Oga, wait, don't read it again. Let us take this one now. The one you have not even read, we'll go to court and challenge it. We will not wait until you finish reading it before you go to court. Because if you wait, they finish reading, just like the one they finish reading at the other time, you now went to court. What happened now? You brought TV, brought all this one. They say glitches happened. Is that not so? So I usually ask, if they usually write results, what's the essence of voting? But if you don't come out en masse, they will still write result. That's by the way. The governor expressing confidence that nothing will stand in his way. Do you see it as faith talk? I assume the governor is a Christian because he goes to church now. I've not seen him wear this thing to do the other one. So I assume he's a Christian. Abi? So you think the man is confessing positively? That's one. This is 2025, right? May this year will make his administration 2 years. May last year 1 year. Okay, May this year 2 years. Good. Have you had enough of governance from the Simfubra-led government? As in, have you, looking at the milestone, can you say, this man, they try to warrant this 2027 talk? Do you think it is too early for even the governor to be talking about 2027 governorship election? The other day, I tweeted something on this show, and I said, when a leader comes on board after elections, what we should hear, I'm using international standards now, is figures. Am I correct? We met this on ground. This is what we met on ground. We have so number of people, women, men, girls. So number of our children are not going to school. We will ensure that in 6 months, that half of that population returns back to school. How do we do it? We're going to ensure that we revitalize all the ailing primary schools. So number of primary schools are dilapidated as we speak. We have paid money to the contractor to ensure that all those schools are revived. Computers are sent, chairs, everything. We have mandated the Ministry of So and so to employ 15,000 teachers to fill up so that between now and this time, half of that population would have gone back to school. Did we hear that from Governor Simfubra when he came on board? Okay, after the liberation. Isn't that what we should hear from an administrator? In job creation, so number of our youth, from the figures we have collated, are unemployed. Only this number is employed. Through our PPP arrangement, we want to revitalize ABC, XYZ, glass company, biscuit company. With that, our estimate is to ensure that about 6,000 of our youth or 60,000 of our youth get direct jobs, while about 600,000 get indirect jobs between January and April, so year. Did we hear that from the governor? We have also done our whatever in health. So number of people are diabetic. Dash number is hypertensive. Through our same Jara health, whatever, we will ensure that the elderly get free drugs for diabetes, hypertension. Those who are due for surgery, protective, what do they call it now? This one that usually disturbs men. They go for their surgery and all that. Because that's what we hear from leaders across the world. They give you figures, they tell you how they want to solve this problem, taking a cue from Donald Trump. But the governor is saying nothing will stand in his way if he decides to seek for second term. That's election victory. If the governor, who is the leader of the state, is talking about election, and there are problems on ground, issues on ground, double, triple taxation, we don't have order in the state. When I mean order, people drive anyhow, internal roads are dilapidated, the hospitals are there. No, some of them are not working. Very many of our primary hospitals are not working. You talk about, is it education? RSSDA? No abroad scholarship, no local scholarship, bursary. These are all problems. Land grabbing wants to swallow us. These are all problems. And the essence of governance, like I've said, is to solve problems. So if government is not solving problems, then why are they in office? The reason why you're in office is to use the powers you have. Sign the executive order, match it with action, behave like Donald Trump. Slice whoever needs to be sliced, irrespective of who he is, in the interest of the general public. Because if you don't do it, those same people you're trying to pretend as if you don't know that they are doing some funny things against the public, because for political patronage, purposes, we'll still talk bad about you tomorrow. But it is the general public that will only say the truth any day, anytime. For instance, the governor came and ensured that civil servants get what is due them. It will remain in history. Am I correct? Even though it is statutory. We shouldn't even be talking about it if we have responsible government. We shouldn't be talking about. Didn't you hear in one of these Arab countries where someone had to sue the prime minister because they didn't pay? He said, look for money and pay civil servants. It's not our business. You must pay civil servants. So he took him to the highest court. I read it in our foreign news yesterday now. Took him to the highest court. Said, pay civil servants. There's no excuse, Oga. Is the governor supposed to be talking about elections now? Aren't we supposed to be hearing policies? What has been done that we can, that is not, talking about the ones we have not even seen, the ones we can feel and we are enjoying, and then the ones he's going to do with his team in the next 3 months. Okay, for instance, the area of power is one major issue we're having in this state. So I was expecting that there would have been a roundtable discussion This one now, the governor should have spearheaded it, because if you say you want to create jobs, you want to bring in foreign and local investment, power is a major issue. So the PHED that is on ground now, the governor would have spearheaded a meeting with them, talk with them, liaise, fill in the gaps via rural electrification, and ensure that whatever you're getting from the national grid will get a fair share of it. Am I correct? And it's possible. But that problem hasn't been solved. A lot of people are without electricity as we speak. So has the governor and his team been solving, have they been solving this problem? I just outlined just a few. There are numerous problems in River State as we speak. As a result of neglect, the past 8 years has been politics, politics, politics. So when the governor came in, and after the liberation, from the fight to the liberation, a lot of people were thinking or think that we should have some form of speedy development here and there. And of course, government have all the funds to do whatever they want to do. I give you an instance. Ring Road. They got the money. The banks are willing to give them. So if you say you want to do a certain thing, the banks are willing to give you money to do it. So has this administration been solving enormous problems that we can see and feel, that even if the governor mentions this now, before his 2-year anniversary, in this first tenure, we can say, okay, he can mention it, no problem. He's moving with the speed of light. Or you think it's too early for the governor to even mention this, even though it was in the middle of a meeting between he and a delegation of traditional rulers and leaders. And these traditional rulers, they came from different local governments. These local governments, there are numerous problems on ground. How do I know? Eyewitness report from 8 p.m. Mondays to Thursday tells me that there are enormous problems in our LGAs. And these traditional rulers, they all came from these LGAs, where schools are not working, where hospitals are not working. So where do the women give birth? Our children learn under the mango tree. Am I correct? Our rivers are polluted. Our lands are polluted by oil exploration. Is the government solving all this problem? The leaders that came, what did they come to tell the governor? Did they come to tell the governor that, sir, there are problems in our LGAs, in our communities, you better come to solve them? Because according to the report, they endorsed the governor for re-election. They praised his leadership qualities and dedication to infrastructural development. In particular, 200 billion naira Trans-Calabari Road. That's the only one they mentioned. So even the traditional rulers, were they fair in that meeting by just mentioning, oh, come back again, without telling the governor that there are enormous problems facing the people within the locality? The governor does not live in any of these LGAs. Most of the government officials live in GRA, and there's constant light over there. If there's no PHED, they put on gen. Because once you're a government official in this nation, of course, you are qualified for free things. Free fuel, free car, free salary, free, everything is free. So you might not feel the pain of the man in Oshiboko, in Ubeta, where the gas plant is supposed to be built, and they have changed it now to say they want to use pipe to suck it to OBT. That's another issue waiting to explode. I hosted my guest on Saturday, and he said, if they don't do the right thing over there, what happened between Ogoni people and Chef will be child's play compared to what will happen in Ahoda West and Total. Let's leave that. But these are traditional rulers. Were they able to mention to the governor that the environments are destroyed? There's need to use whether political means, economic means, whatever means to sort out these problems, restore their lands? Did they tell the governor that most of our primary schools are not working? The hospitals are not even enough. The ones that are even there are not also working. Did they tell the governor that our people are poor? Because you don't rate the economy of any system by the mega economics. You rate it by macroeconomics. How much is in the hands of the fish sellers in Burukiri? That's how you rate the economy of a state, because it is those people that will pay tax, do this and do that, and government will get more funds. Do you think it's too early to mention 2027? Have you had enough of governance to just let it slide that it's not a big deal if the governor mentions 2027? I'll be right back to take your calls after the short break.
Please listen to the following announcement. A radio station in Port Harcourt is offering the following job openings: an experienced marketer, a traffic officer. Interested applicants should please send their application letter and CV to radiojob2000@gmail.com.
FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
All right, welcome back. So, feel free to join the conversation. Let's talk. 0810-9510-951. 0817-0000-951. Yes, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, quickly. Can you speak up, sir?
Maxwell, my name remains a little. I think Maxwell, you have spoken very well. You see those chiefs who go and visit the governor, and the governor was telling them going to, each one to come back for 2027. But I think in those very localities, there are many things that people are lacking. So they won't present that kind of matter to him. What they will present is how for him to come back again. Why that will have so many things. What about if the governor think of to continue that motor railway that are making abandoned? That in that.
So sorry. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Innocent from Port Harcourt.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I want to say that the governor for now, I think he has concentrated on, human capital development, specifically on the civil servant welfare. And though I'm not holding brief for him, I can say that probably, I use the word probably because of the political situation in the state right now. That is why the governor is here to do a lot of things that is here to be done. Actually, there are a lot of things that is here to be done, and without doing those things, he cannot be thinking of going for the next election. Because the people that will decide, and they will judge you based on what you have done. So I think that the governor should focus on the issues on hand and forget about 2027 for now. Thank you very much, sir. Innocent.
Thank you. Please keep the calls coming in. The governor will win 2027 election by my prediction. He is loved by a majority of the electorate because of his humility, concern for the citizens, and his River State First policy. Festus Digbani, thank you. Don't forget to send your messages to 0701-9339-962. Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Hello, Master.
Yes, sir.
I call back and speaking. What if the governor think of to complete that motorway at his own front there, in front of his government as there? What if he think of completing it? Okay, now there is many things to do in River State, to use River State money to do. Now that this in this very local government that is this other Uniport and USD, which the governor Yesawike shifted those campus to. What if you think about shifting some of this other company that is want to create now, maybe discrete company, pure water company that maybe many of the youth in River State will be packaging with one or two stuff into those places, into these localities, so that many people will be shifting their attention from Port Harcourt City to those sites. I don't think in this River State, the people we elect in this River State are not people that will develop River State. It's people that will always talk about themselves.
Thank you.
I think this present governor, I expected of it to do more than Yesawike, but it's not thinking towards that direction. Thank you. I think about that.
All right. Thank you. Have you had enough of governance for the governor to be talking about 2027 when he's even yet to clock his second year within his first tenure? Is the governor addressing basic concerns of Rivers people in almost all sectors? The traditional rulers who also visited him, did they bring the concerns of the people to him? You think they should have just left the endorsement and then probably brought up issues of concern being suffered by locals in all sectors: education, health, employment generation, oil spillage. Is this what we should be discussing now? Max, good evening. You see, independent candidates would have been the best. The governor is following his predecessor by neglecting education. I have suggested that 2 commissioners be appointed, 1 for nursery, primary, and secondary, and 2, the other for all tertiary institutions for efficiency. All these are not rocket science. Mr. Uju, right? Is it Uju or Uju? But thank you. 0810-9510-951. Yes, good evening. Please call back if you can, 0810-9510-951. If you can't call, you can do a message. If you can't do a message, you can call. Now, even at the end of that conversation, okay, let me take this. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Thank you so much. I want to remain anonymous. Hello?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. What you brought for discussion this evening is a nice one. We know the credential of traditional rulers in the state. I think they are more political than the stool they occupy. Because looking at their position, they are the ones that see the pulse of the local man. But when it comes to going to government house, maybe governor, president, they front themselves. They want to appease the people on seat and they forget the people. The governor thinking of 2027. Well, for me, I think that when he came in, there are a lot of expectations in the state. For instance, he came in and discovered that for 9 years, let's say that time he will be about 7 years thereabout, the demonstration schools in Rivers, they have not been paid, and these people did nothing. These people won their matter in industrial court, and it was Supreme Court that brought a into position. As I speak to you, nothing is said about it. It's politics. And these people from the available record, they are dying almost, bi-monthly like that. These are people, when you say Rivers first, my mantra is Rivers, these are critical areas. What involve 200 and something people. And industrial court said, government was wrong. Then you met your predecessor that brought you, took the people to appeal court. Appeal court struck out the matter of government. Instead of it to be satisfied, he took the people again back to appeal court in Rivers State. What kind of governance are we having in the state? Let the people die. So the expectation people had about him, for me, I think is neither there nor there. Because he came with a kind of, we're going to put the Rivers State in order. These are critical things. And somebody saying political instability in the state, is it stopping them from taking their own revenue? What they collect as their own? When it concerns the people here about political instability. So I think that the man should wake up. I don't know whether it's because of the people around him, but these are critical things you should look at. Rivers people are dying. 200 and something. Okay, so we are in a lawless state. People expected that you come and say, these people are suffered. Get out of this thing from Apiko. What are we doing here? Industrial matter. So for me, I think it's almost a debate, whether he's talking about 2027 or not. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. 0817-0000951. Should the governor be talking about 2027? You think he should focus more on governance? You think he should provide more enabling environment for the people to thrive? Businesses are crying daily from multiple triple taxation. Agberos everywhere. That's a problem. The man who raised the issue of demonstration secondary school, that of Kemp Poly, that's a problem. Is the governor addressing all these issues, or he's just thinking about 2027? Good evening.
Hello?
Turn off your listening device.
Look, I'm calling from Let's leave sentiment and appreciate the function of for the good and working the Rivers State. No, I've done what he has done. So make we leave sentiment all about and support the government so that you can do better for Rivers State. Thank you and God bless.
All right, but you didn't answer the question. Yes, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir. Oh, so sorry. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I agree to you. Go ahead.
I'm just in from protection.
Yes, please.
Our governor or Spain, let me use the word. Our governor should focus more on affecting the people and leave about 2027 for now. Because there are a lot of challenges around him and there are a lot of visible things that there are a lot of things that are not seen that he has done to impact lives. Like the person that said
talking about Kemper River Polytechnic is there. There are a lot of things that the government is supposed to do that we have not seen. I'm a river man. Let him leave about 2027 and focus more on how it can affect lives. Because a lot of things are happening, like you said, agro everywhere, no Nepal lights. A lot of things are happening. I don't know whether it's advice that are not advising well, or for them to go around and see what is happening within the state and get back to go around, see what is happening there, return back to him and say, sir, oh God, oh my boss, this is what is happening in the state. Mr. Mark, those who trek on the road see more things than those who drive you. I'm telling nothing but the truth. I don't want to talk more so that I can call. Thank you. But you should leave about 2027 and focus more on affecting life. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much for your time. Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Okay, this is Irene here from Bull.
Go ahead, Irene.
Okay, so I want to start by saying, is the governor doing something? The answer is yes. But is it enough? The answer is no. But he can do more, right? He can do more. Where I think he's doing fairly enough is fairly well is on health. Maybe I don't know because of the commissioner, But he can do a lot more to better. But I think the bottom line is, if you can agree with it, I keep calling him father, the former governor. If they can come to agreement, the kind of development we will see in River State, people will not believe it. So all those people that are saying this and that, you should not be listening to them. You should just think of how they should be careful. That's my prayers every day. So thank you very much. Bye.
Which settlement are you talking about? Tassie says, Maxwell, I am yet to see the practicability of that optimism. Reasons: 1, no employment of teachers. Even though he has added 1 billion to pension board, nothing is happening, and he is not monitoring to know what is going on there. Our dilapidated schools and health centers are yet to be visited. If he touches these areas, nobody will contend with him. He is so far on track. Chief Harrison, Tassie, thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, go ahead. All right.
The government should focus more. The government should focus on security. Is gradually getting to the point whereby we don't know who is sponsoring what. It should be more tough on them. And then the Abus come to garrison now. It's not easy. That empty bush there, that former garrison building, they are not using it as a place where they impound vehicle and keep it there and say it's River State government. But there was a man that called and said people that trade use more than the ones that drive. I have to stop and monitor what's happening there. I found out that later in the evening, because they don't have any way to park these vehicles because it's not really government job. The ones they charge 25,000 in the afternoon, if you wait in the evening time when they want to go around after 5 or after 4 to 5, they will even collect 2,000 for your hand because it is not government work. I don't know why government should be allowing that particular people there. I think there's a particular man, I think he's an acquirable man. Because I stay in that garrison, I stay at that place.
All right, thank you very much.
That particular man,
thank you.
Man, he's really doing a bad job.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Want to give details, call in later for eyewitness report. All right? Yes, good evening. Go ahead, good evening.
Hello, Mr. Maxwell.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes, I told you that this government don't have anything to offer. I believe by next 3 months, it's going to make them 2 years in office. It's going to make Governor Singh 2 years in office. And I believe too well, if I'm wrong, somebody should quote me through. They have never commissioned any project for in 2 years.
That's
in
not
office.
true. They have commissioned projects.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Then, yesterday, I was complaining of Omagwa route to Ozwan. That route is nowhere to pass.
Okay, that's for eyewitness report. I don't know. Did you people listen to me? I talked about the area of the governor and also the area of the traditional rulers. Please, let's follow the conversation. Is it too early for the governor to be talking about 2027? And then the traditional rulers who came to endorse the governor. Do you think they should have come with issues affecting their people rather than coming to endorse the governor for second term? Please, let's follow the conversation. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello? Good
Yes,
evening.
we can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank God by Mama Hansen is my name from the community.
Yes, please.
And a local government. I want to say, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, boy. Network. Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Well, Master, good evening.
Yes, please.
For me, it's too early for the governor to talk about 2027 because I haven't seen what the man has done. So, have you gone to Abia State? Have you gone to Abba? See what's going on right now. I'm telling you, that governor is wonderful. That one is working. When you see somebody that is working, you know that this person is good. Among the statistics governor statistics in Nigeria, it's only Abia State governor is working. The way is nothing they're doing. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead. Good evening.
Hello, brother. Conrad of Today from Good Evening.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
My name is John Africa.
Yes, please.
I call you from Opobo. Yes, the Calabar people that went to governor's government house to see the governor. If you can hear and exercise what you hear, they've already talked their feelings and their needs, which the governor have accepted, and tell them that it's not like the other governors, the other government, who do something without looking into what they are doing, and the thing is not benefiting anybody. That he will install what they bring, what the Calabar clergymen bring, that he will study it and know how to implement it, that he will do it. And in order to congratulate him, those people are representing people. It's not that they are talking about 2027. They say they are demanding and they expect him and they also endorsing him for 2027. Government didn't talk about governance of 2027.
Thank you.
Any person where they don't do anything for River State, if you know where the ring road is.
Thank you very much, sir. We have to go now. Yes, good evening. All right, we'll take this message. Comrade Mobu says, good evening, Maxwell. It's not early for Governor Sim to talk about the election now, because what politicians think is the next election. Even with this distraction, he's doing an commissioning project, even less than half of first term. He has put smiles on many people. Well, you can't speak for the generality of Rivers people. You can speak for yourself alone. He said, which is the right thing to be done. Those who are not satisfied should wait for 2031. All right. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. My contribution is for the traditional rulers, it is too early in the day for them to start endorsing a candidate for 2027. Just like you rightly said, these people are coming from different local governments. And most of these local governments have not felt any impact from the governor. They elected the governor years ago, 1 year and a half ago. And the governor have not done anything in most of these local governments.
Not that he hasn't done anything.
In some areas, he has not done anything. Okay, let's say in the whole local government that has so many words like in local government. What has he done in local government? I can only remember the Buri internal road he is doing. And he was not even the one that initiated that project. Understand me? Apart from that internal road in Buri, the whole entire local government, what has Sim Kubara done? Including him and the council chairman. And now, a traditional ruler will come from Ogoni, endorsing him for second term. It's not that it's wrong for them to endorse him, but it's too early in the day. Just like you already said, what they are supposed to do now is to go and present challenges, understand? This is where we are lacking. This is what we are facing. Try and work on
Thank
this.
you.
Not to go and endorse him.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
According to your question, I'm Ebebu Zondo. I believe that the governor, for now, he should focus on governance. And again, the chief going to him, declaring him for second tenure. I believe it should be what he puts on ground that will be able to tell that. I know when he touched the lives of people he's leading, as he has been doing, the people knows what to do. Those chiefs, all they are doing there is politics. They only go to look for what they will take. During that day, they will not be able to come out. During the time of election, how many of them do you see in the booth? None. They will only go there demanding for something. I know too well that a man whose house is on fire doesn't chase a rat.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. All right, so that's much we can take on this particular segment. Let us now go for a short break and come back for Eyewitness Reports. Stay with us, don't go anywhere.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Today's news in 60.
The federal government has intervened in the lingering power crisis at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State, with a promise to provide a lasting solution to the problem. Cancer specialists have raised concern about the increasing intake of alcohol and tobacco use among young Nigerians, saying both have been identified as risk factors for breast cancer in younger women. As part of measures to end open defecation by 2030, senior health professionals have called on the state and local governments to make public toilet usage free for the populace. The Ogun State government has shut down no fewer than 21 manufacturing companies in the last 6 years for violating different environmental regulations in the state. On the foreign scene, the World Health Organization has launched a new platform providing cost-free cancer medicines for thousands of children living in low and middle-income countries in a bid to improve lagging survival rates.
Today's news in 60.
So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you.
Hey, we love you. Not just because of who you are, but for who we have become when we are with you. We love that because we have you, we've never lost the magic that makes us us. We want to give you a treat this Valentine. You stand a chance of winning a Valentine's Day staycation at a fancy hotel for you and your significant other. To participate, make a 1-minute video with your boo. Tell us how you met.
You can send your entries to our WhatsApp number 0701-933-9962. Again, 0701-933-9962. And winners will be announced on Wednesday.
Life is better with you by our side. Happy Valentine's Day.
Say what we want, use what we got before it's all gone. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
This is a radio message to my baby.
Radio serves as one of the most powerful mediums of communication, as it plays a pivotal role in education, awareness, creation, entertainment, and all that you need from the radio. The radio is a great companion. It's always there. It never lets you down. February 13 is World Radio Day. It was proclaimed in 2011 by the UNESCO General Conference and was first celebrated in 2012. And to celebrate this year's anniversary of World Radio Day, Today FM would love to have some of our listeners come live to talk about radio's impact in their lives. To participate, stay on the dial for more information. Together, let's amplify the impact of radio in bringing about change and unity across the globe.
Today95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
All right, welcome back. Now, for those who say that government is doing well, everybody is smiling, let me now hear where all these problems will be coming from. Send in your eyewitness to 0701 9339 962. Okay. Pastor Godi says, I use this medium to call on Honorable Tony Okocha to remember Egweche for solar light. Okay, solar light. You want to see the real model that should be installed in your place? Go to my Facebook. You'll see there. I posted it there. The picture is there. It has a camera. I think it's a 400 watt all-in-one solar light. If they don't install that type, just know that they are not serious. Go on my Facebook. Follow me, Lucky Maxwell. LUCKY MAXWELL. I posted it on my Facebook. Go there, you see that type of solar light. Very, very good. So call 0810-9510-951 and 0817-0000-951. All right, feel free to join the conversation. Zero 0810-9510-951 and 0817-0000-951. I requested that the two roads that I was informed was under construction within Rumekini. I requested the person who sent the message to tell me who is constructing. Is it the federal government via NDDC? Is it the local government? Is it the state government? Or is it a private individual? And besides, two roads, if it's the NDDC that is doing it, I think two roads is too small. If you take a look at the whole of Rumekini, none of the roads are tarred. So if you're tarring just two, that's small though. But if we have, let's say, a senator doing two, NDDC doing 5, state government doing 10, local government doing 5, all the roads would have been tarred now. Is that not so? Then Temple Azu usually sends message from the Choba axis. He has about more than 10 roads that needs urgent rehabilitation. Eyewitness report: Obiakpo boys disturbing businesses in the city. Marks at a time Warri was as bubbling as Port Harcourt with commercial activities. Warri boys started disturbing the businesses. They were cautioned, but they refused to listen. until when people deserted Warri and it turned to a ghost city. Today, they are regretting. I was thinking that Chijioke Huo will be different from Bright Amehule as the chairman of Obiakpon, but they are the same in sending boys to disrupt businesses. They think people can never desert Port Harcourt. If it happens, they will regret like Warri. Business-friendly environment is the best. Hashtag stop the harassment. Mr. John, I quite agree with you. These are the issues we're talking about now. When we had the last session, we talked about if the governor is working. If the local government chairmen are misbehaving, the governor can call them to order. One of the major things to look out for when you talk about governance is to maintain sanity in the system. There's nobody that likes a chaotic environment. One of the things the local government chairman of Falga and Obiakpo, by extension Eleme, these are local governments with enormous activities. Oyibo is also part of it, is to ensure that we have sanity. If I'm selling pure water, I don't want people to be harassing me here and there. You don't even need to collect operational permit. We stay here and we criticize the federal government that they are collecting too much tax. My question is, what is local government and state government doing? Is it not the same thing? Now, if you want to withdraw money from another bank, you go pay money. What kind of policy is that? Is it not to punish people? Cardoso and co. with Mr. President, I will widen the tax net. Anyway, he promised you guys, yet you went ahead to vote him. Yes, good evening.
Evening, Matt.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, my name is Comed, one of my children here. I'm calling from a very moment. My eyewitness is about the local government chairman of Obiakpon. The man is still not doing well. I'm a supporter of saying that the man should do well so that he won't put us on.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. John, your eyewitness is noted. Whatever you said about, what happened in Warri, I pray it doesn't repeat here, but we must be very careful and cautious. It is when you allow people coming in from other states to do business peacefully that you can have development within your state. If everybody decides to go, my brother, you can't build your state alone. No? So the earlier we start ensuring that there's sanity in the system, the better. It is better for you to have something that you can be eating every day than to eat today and finish it at once. Let the local government chairman do the needful. Okay. So, someone sent me, says NDDC is the one fixing the road. Sorry, he said federal government. The question is, federal government, is it NDDC or federal government? Which of the agencies of the federal government? Federal government doesn't just, they have the mandate to fix federal road. So, Dave Umai will not award contract to fix internal road. I'm not sure. So please, give me the right. I need the specific report. My eyewitness report this evening is on the recent solar energy installed in Rumesara community. Our entire street is yet to have the solar energy lights fixed due to flood in the area. Consequently, our street is blacked out and flood is coming again this year. Please, Governor Sim should help Rumesara flooded areas and fix solar energy light for us. Okay. Good evening. Yes, I talked about the 450 watts solar light. Just go to my Facebook, you see it there. Go to my Facebook, you see it there. It has camera, so it's multidimensional. I've sent you my Facebook handle. Okay, just go there, you see it. It says, my eyewitness is about the dead body knocked down by a vehicle on Sunday night at Mercyland, East-West Road axis. On returning from work this evening, I noticed that the corpse has been removed and normalcy has been restored back within the area. I want to thank the agency that responded to that effect. Ameji Emmanuel. Yes, thank you very much. I think you raised that issue yesterday. Yes, you raised it yesterday. That's how it's supposed to be. Once people raise issues, bam, they fix it. That is governance. Good evening. Good evening, go ahead. Go ahead. What's going on? Thai LJ Council Chairman, tell him to pay our 11-month promotion arrears and new minimum wage of 85,000. Thank you, Frank. Frank, if they had even paid the 70,000, at least we would have said, okay, then try. It is within the purview of the local government to say 75 or 80 or 85. Governor Sim, because probably the state has the financial muscle, decided to pay 85. Whether it's political or not, in don't they pay them. So make an enjoy them. But for the local government, they have not even paid the 70,000. So I ask, why is it delaying? When it comes to payment of something that will take money out of government, they will be delaying. No, they will say the paper is ready, paper is not ready. It has passed through the needle. It will soon pass through another needle. You hear different conversation. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, my brother.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
I can hear you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir, go ahead. Yeah, it's like he can't hear me. So, please, local government workers should receive their minimum wage. This is our chairman, self. Well, if you can't pay now, what's the difference between you and the other people? You know, if you say the other people are this, that, you should be different now. Is that not so? By your actions, not by word of mouth. It's by your actions. Do what they have not done so that we can say, yes, you are indeed different. Don't follow their footsteps and then be castigating them. All of them are the same now. If you just say it with your mouth, then by your actions, you are not doing the needful. These are statutory things now. It is their right. Do they need to fry egg for you or pour drink for you to pay them their minimum wage? No. It is statutory, please. I notice all the traffic lights are not working in Port Harcourt after former Governor Wike used so much amount of money to build all the bridges. Max, to be honest with you, all the bridges former Governor Wike built was a scam, just to put money in his pocket. Max, have you noticed after building some of the overhead bridges, there's still traffic, especially at Rumola? I pass there almost every day, and the way they work that... the way they work that hey, this one no enter. You want me to speak in tongues now? But we got your thoughts, all right? Good evening.
Good evening, Mark.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yes, my eyewitness report is about this around what is it called? Eleme Junction. Coming from Refinery Junction to Eleme Junction, before under the bridge of Eleme Junction, those vigilante boys used to cover express east-west road. Blocked as I speak to you, I just passed there. They blocked the entire road and kept one place to be collecting money from Keke people and all these Keke boss. And I've been reporting this thing I've been calling police emergency number each time I see this thing, and this thing keep repeating. And this place is a red zone. It's an edge zone that anything could happen. And somebody will come and block it in the name of vigilante. Who gave any vigilante right to block an express road, federal road, in that matter? Please, the appropriate authorities should just do something immediately. As I speak with you, they are there now. Block the road and collecting money. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
My name is Professor Jita. I'm calling for United States of America.
Yes, please proceed.
My area report tonight is about this PACN. I could remember the last time they bring our bill, they bring almost 20,000 plus. Pay for that one. You don't even see the light of day. They bring another bill. So I don't know if it is a screen that is using the light that they are bringing the bill. I just want to beg all the community for this law, chief and elders, to do something about this life. They are suffering life. How can you stay for one bedroom flat country? So why will you keep carrying a bucket up and down to fetch water? Because there is no life. And not everybody that can afford to buy fuel now that you want to own your game. They should please help us. I think the PAGN, they are waiting for us to do a protest. Because I believe many communities, after the protest, they are giving them life. So they're not supposed to allow us to reach to that extent. They should please give us life. Because I thought we are not going to pay that bill until we feel like it is. Please allow. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you.
Thank you, Prof. I have tired, let me use that language, to talk about PHED Wahala. Yeah, Wahala, they will settle it in heaven. Good evening, Max. My name still remains Nkomadu Charity. So you want the Emoha LJ chairman to restore electricity in Rumewo or Daegu? All right. It is noted. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Mark.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I'm IIAG.
Yes, please.
IIAG. Okay, I call in respect of the place I told you that River State government left. They wanted to do College of Art and Science in Romeo community, which they took to Romola. Now, that school has been upgraded to Kapimelichi Amadi Polytechnic, which means it's for good thing. So they should come back to their land, to that land. I told you what happened because of landlord, so government have to suspend it. So, but now they should come back because River State needs College of Art and Science. After they have upgraded that school, we need more, so that students, we can grow more students for that facet of them.
All right, thank you. Everybody is clamoring for tertiary institution, and I need a tire for school. Not be factory we need. School. Open tertiary institution. All the school we have opened. People, they go school every day. You know, they finish, go do POS business. Some of the people you see who do POS business, they are all graduates, no work. I know a lady at Lakaya Junction here. She has a master's, so very intelligent. Employ her now. They no employ. The lady kuku, they do POS. Yeah. So you are not tired of school? Eh? School. Factory will not get. All right, keep the calls coming in. Me, I want factory. I don't know about you guys, so me, I'm tired of school. School everywhere. No factory. Thanks for my eyewitness report this evening is on the road construction in Oyorokoto in Andoni, LGA. Please, I am happy with Governor Sim for that project. I went home and saw the beautiful road linking Oyorokoto from Ngo town. I see hope come alive in Andoni due to road construction from Port Harcourt to Ngo and Oyorokoto. I also want Bonny to be linked by road to avoid constant boat mishap. Raymond, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, Mr. Mark.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is Osang Emmanuel. I'm calling from Ozaha community.
Yes, please.
That Ozaha to Omagwa road, I'm still hitting the hammer on the nail there. For the past 8 years, government to this one, they no one remember that road at all. And there are a lot of companies, care is not taken. About 4 companies are there in that road. paying revenue to the state government, and it just seems to abandon that road like that. It's not good, Mr. Maxwell. I beg, don't help me pass the message to the agencies. Please, if you try to fix out that road, only route, forget about the light. Light, we can provide light for our services, but for the road, it's very difficult. Thank you, Mr. Maxwell.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Hello, Master. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hello, Master. Good evening.
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Go ahead. Well,
Good evening, Master.
yes, sir. I can hear you from this end. Just go ahead, eh? Oh, my brother. That's how the network has been treating us, making us look like deaf and dumb. Please, when you call in, just assume we have exchanged pleasantries. Just go ahead. Just be talking, eh? Until you're exhausted, then you can call up. Most times you call someone, the phone will be ringing from your end, but from the person's end, it won't be ringing. That's how it is. So these days now, if someone says, I called you, don't be arguing that, I don't see your missed call, call me, you are lying. Don't argue. The system has changed. The network is not friendly at all. It's not friendly at all. Please send a message. Tell us your eyewitness. Quickly, please send your messages. Don't be shy. Send the messages. Don't also give up and say you have talked to, they have not done anything. Keep on knocking until the door is open. Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Mark.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir, I can. Just go ahead.
Hello.
Maybe you didn't hear what I said initially. I said once you call, just say, Mr. Alex, good evening. Just assume that me have answered. Even if you can't hear me, then go ahead and talk. You get what I'm saying? So, keep on talking. We live in a system where the government is not too organized. Is all over the nation. Before someone will say, am I saying Governor Simfura's government is not organized? No, it's a systematic problem. So you have to keep on talking before they will respond. Good evening. Yes,
Hello.
Go ahead.
Good evening, Mr.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
My eyewitness report is on JAM registration exercise. The official amount is 7,400, but the registration centers are collecting between 10 and 12,000. Even at that, it is very difficult to register. You see, people will go there by 6 p.m. and they will queue online for more than 6 hours without getting registered. What is happening in this country? Why is this country like this? My second eyewitness report is on what is happening in this river state. We know that the Supreme Court is the highest court in the land, but they should look at the pulse of Rivers people and give judgment that will allow peace to reign here. Rivers people have seen what he is doing. Still has tried to carry the people along and has made the people to feel the essence of government. He has made the people to have that sense of belonging, that sense of co-ownership of the resources in.
Hello. Okay. Good evening.
Hey, Master.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey. Master, this is my area report. My area report is about young office. We didn't believe that for 2 days now, my daughter, no way, network is not working. We are not talking about the money, just to register somebody for 2 days, which means if I don't have anybody there, transport for her for more than 2 days now. Us now, either help us. Area report is community. That Eba Secondary School, where our people are suffering there. Go where they are learning now. They are learning at Eba State School 1. Grand. Let the local government chairman and government, let them help us now. Let them remember us now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, that's the state of the nation where we are. Okay, everything is kabu 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 kabu. You give excuses for incompetence, just like the network now is wavering. We have a communications minister. Mr. President said they should come and give a ministerial press briefing. What are they pressing? What are they briefing? Oga, walk. Let us see the hand walk. You say you are doing press briefing. What are you pressing? You understand? Too much talk, but when it comes to capacity to deliver, what do people want? Lower call rate, fast internet. Is that not so? All this talk, press briefing. Okay, what are you going to say? You have failed now, so what do you want to now say? What are you pressing? What are you briefing? If things are not working, it means you have failed now. You're not doing well. You say, be mechanic. I carry car, I give you. Fix the car. You say, oh, guy, you know, from the oil pump to the carburetor, if you interject it and connect it to the exhaust, the car will be, Oga, leave English, fix this car. Is that not so? Fix it. But we like English in Nigeria. So you have incompetent people. See, the man is complaining. Sometimes they will say, oh, do this thing online. Network, what do you call it? The website will crash. That does not mean we don't have good IT people that can give them good website. They will not pay those people. They will go and bring amateur that will just join fish and crayfish and this thing together and give them as website. So the moment 1,000 people enters at the same time, bam, the two will just crash. Why? You have incompetent people in offices. Simple things with the advent of technology these days now. You see, the man is crying. Good evening.
Good evening.
Go ahead. Yes, please.
As Mr. President said, Mr. to come and give there's nothing what you really hope is working. Subsidy has been shared for the government and not do anything. Not what you want me to hear. When my eye weakness and area reports is based on my state I come from Akwa State. I have not seen any NDC project in my community. The solar light, I need it because the village is dark. So please, I want to beg the NDC to extend their light to other states, like where I come from, my community called Ekran and Kanafalo government area. There's no single NDC project around that place. So please, I'm begging who is in charge of the NDC in Akwa State, the governor of this Akwa State. Please look into what they are doing here. Please, the folks and the light they are seeing, that is manageable. They can give us, us there in that place. Let us have lights. So people in the village may enjoy the duties of good government. Thank you. Please extend to them. Thank you.
Thank you. Gabriel sent us a message from Rumo Dumaya, Akwaka to be precise. My eyewitness and complaint is about the attitude of PhD in this Akwaka area. For the past 4 days, we have not seen light for up to 3 hours daily. As I'm sending this message now, there is light because they will be coming around for disconnection by tomorrow. The moment they finish with the disconnection tomorrow, I guarantee you that for the next 1 week, we will not see light, so that the filling stations around here will sell fuel. It has been the practice, and no one seemed to be saying anything. Thank you, Gabriel. You are correct. No one seemed to be saying anything, including everyone. Everybody is quiet. And it will continue until they see litany of court cases, suits in court. That's the only way PhD will improve. When Rumo Domaya, Akwaka, take them to court. Ruma Esara, take them to court. Ruma Holu, take them to court. My 3, take them to court. Alakaya, take them to court. Rumo Biakane, take them to court. Yeah. Now go pay lawyer tire. You people will not spend much. Do you understand? Because it's the whole community now. I have one lawyer, and if you pay 1,000 self. Barrister Victor stated it when we talked about land grabbing and the law on Saturday. He said, for those of you, all of you who bought land in a particular area, come together. If you want to fight it singular, they will take your land. But if you all come together, you'll be shocked that you won't pay much to get a good lawyer to stand and fight for your right. The problem is everybody is on their own. That's the problem. In a community, PHED is oppressing you. You see this, you know, can shine me, you know, can shine me, you know, can shine me. Everybody is on their own. But if everybody comes together, this is how they are treating you guys. Electricity will come, they will disconnect. Immediately they go, they will take the light with them. You stay like that, but you're paying bills. But you're not getting. They are robbing you. You keep quiet. The community, when they even form light committee, you people, you light committee people, you want to take people's money and still chop. PHED is oppressing you. You want to oppress. Instead of all of you to come together, come to consensus, take them to court with all your bills that you have been paying and you've not been having electricity. Take them to court. A good lawyer will fight for you. Even if they decide to pay you back money, you say you don't, they should pay back with electricity. You can stay for 1 year without paying for electricity when you have won the case. By the time everybody starts taking them to court, up and down, up and down, up and down, they will repent small. The reconstruction of Omokwe-Egbeda Road. I went to Omoko today, and what I saw is not a welcome development at all. The company handling the road has shortened the road. I'm calling on the Commissioner of Works to visit the road and see what the company handling the road are doing. The company handling the road should expand the two sides of the road. There's enough land. Why are they reducing the road? Thank God ability at Webu. Most times this thing is not from the company. Who gave the contract? Can't you see the ring road? They'll get to a certain extent, it will be in secondary school, and look into the 217 sacked lecturers from Ken Poly and reinstate them. Oba Chinedu, thank you. My eyewitness is on the way refuse is scattered on the road median at Igruta. Please, inhabitants of Igruta should back their refuse to make the work of the refuse disposal personnel easier. Anele Chuboeze from County Grammar School, Ikwereche. Thank you. My eyewitness is about JAMB registration. For the past 2 weeks, I have been trying to generate profile code, but to no avail. There's nothing I haven't done. I bought 3 new SIMs, gone to JAMB head office, etc. I don't tire. Has JAMB also joined our service providers to frustrate students? Well, when you have incompetent people in JAMB, what do you expect? All they do is to come out to defend their incompetence. That's the truth, whether you like it or not. If something is working, just know that you have competent people. If it is not working, incompetent people. Nothing works anywhere without human beings making it work. Please get it clear. There's no, leave your sentiment aside. If something is working, human beings are making, do you know even AI, it is human beings that make it work. AI does not have leg and hands that will just walk, and make things work. It is human beings that make things work. Obodo Yibo, things are working. Human beings are making it work. Leadership is there. People get fired when they misbehave. Small mistake, you go see girlfriend as a public office holder, then fire you. Example, Boris Johnson. Maybe it was eyeing one girl. He said everybody should go inside. Lock yourself, lock yourself. COVID is walking on the road. But COVID did not catch him. He go see girl. They say, Oga, you went for party and you said we should stay inside. Oh yeah, vacate. Here, sentiment, because you see protest. Bukum, 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 leave our son. Bukum, 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 leave our son. It's our turn. He left. You think those people, they tolerate nonsense? So we deserve the kind of leaders that we have. See JAMB now. You say for 2 days now, Abi. Before you know that, they will tell you it has expired. The same people that are unable to fix a good website so that you can do whatever you want to do and generate whatever you want to generate. The same people will tell you deadline, it has expired. You cannot log in again. The same Jambo. Tomorrow now they will come out Their spokesperson will come, speak grammar, speak grammar, speak grammar. That's how they are. It's like that even in some universities. When students come and they want to do, there were times when I was in school, they say everybody, oh yeah, pay school fees. Deadline, they come. Deadline, they come. In carry machete. But everybody rush. Lectures were ongoing. They were forcing us to pay school fees. They gave deadline. I don't know if they wanted to pack the money to go and put in fixed deposit. They said so time. If you don't pay at so time, you pay 50% surcharge. It can't become business. So if you go to this bank, crowd. Go to this bank, crowd. The lecturers were saying, you must come to class. If you don't come to my class, I'll punish you. So you see a conspiracy in the system trying to punish people. I say, I want to go to school. You want to suffer me. No nation grows like that. While they were doing that nonsense, some people will pay. It will not reflect in Senate building, in Senate record. You will now go to ICT again to go and correct it. You see, very stupid system. A whole university. The excuse was that there was rush. No, you say make people rush, but your website na nonsense. So the person will pay. They will give receipt, or JAMB will give receipt, but they say the thing has to reflect in Senate. If it does not reflect, when you impute your this thing, it will not connect. You will now go to ICT. They will now say you should pay money in ICT. You will line up. Sometimes you stay in ICT throughout the whole day. You will not learn anything. Whereas the lecturer has taken attendance and say, you know, come class, come and see me in my office. Very nonsense system. It's still ongoing till now. Then is it JAM that will now? I better leave those people. When they were in Osusu close in D-line, when people were going to do change of name, change of this, change of that, trying to get their result, if you see crowd then, when you go to Osusu close in D-line, they've left that place now, Jambo. You see people will be going through and they use the opportunity to collect money from people. I'm going to leave this country, Joe. James from Ozoba says, my own is those that sell pure water in Ozoba. Let NAFDAC pay a visit to all the pure water factories, and all those that sell in cars and keke are bringing bad water to the people of Ozoba. For PhD, let them come and remove their poles. We don't need their light again. We have looked for another alternative now, and we are okay with that. Hey, James, you now have alternative. That's good though. Is it solar? Solar is expensive now. That's another thing. So like if solar was cheap, nobody will be minding PhD again. No. Now you go use your hand, go cut the wire yourself. You just disconnect it. When they come, they will see their wire on the floor. When they come for disconnection, they will see their wire. Even those guys who enter those hillocks to go and have you seen the way they talk to people? Those guys, they need to go and check them in Rumigbo if they are okay. They talk to people anyhow. Those guys. Anyway, now worry people fit them, sir. Good evening.
Okay, good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Give calling from mobile.
Yes, please.
The matter of my eyewitness report is this. I will continue to say this because what I'm saying in this Ogre land, you know that there is some old women and old fathers we have in that land that they don't feel get 100 naira to buy paracetamol and take when they have a small fever. But I've been starting this struggle. He told us that this is Ogoni struggle that he is doing. That everything that is belongs to Ogoni will be presented in Ogoni land. So look at now, people, group of people will assemble themselves and carry the venue, the thing that they're supposed to keep in that land, carry it to Port Harcourt the old woman and children and the father that we have there, but they not at 400 naira to buy paracetamol. Tell me how those people go take waka, pay transport, go to Port Harcourt, and if not to go and get their name there, write their name, and come back home. Is this good? And this man, no plan like that. You see, with any of the office that it belongs to Gonitubo, they concern this our struggle. Let him be in that land. Not that we will pay transport to Port Harcourt. Where this transport, where the money will come from? Then there must be to eastern a problem. And you are carrying the office down to Port Harcourt.
Thank you, Gift. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's very bad.
Thank you, sir. We're out of time. Thank you very much. That's what you can take. I beg. Follow me on Facebook, For the man who talked about jam. I don't know. God go help. People like say they don't want to make people go to school again. Follow me on Facebook. When you get on Facebook, look for LUCKYMAXWELL, Lucky Maxwell. I posted the kind of street lights you should have there. The NDDC should fix in your area. If they don't fix that type, oh boy, they're not like you. So go there, you see it. I put it, just check on my post, you see it there. It's a 400 watts, it has camera also. That should be the ideal one that they should have installed on your streets. Then you can now tell me that they love you. But that's what you can take. On Twitter, follow me, LuckyMax234. It's just one word. Good evening.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back. Imama Amaka Kabo has been part of the national team setup. He has coached, won the league in Nigeria, played at the World Cup for the under-16, and like he said, he has attended major competitions. He's back. He was with us yesterday, and on this edition of the show, what are his plans? Why has he not achieved the kind of success that he got at Enugu Rangers? All this and so much more on Global Sports Update with yours truly, Godwin Enakena. And your toughest game watching from the bench at the World Cup?
I think it was playing against Guinea. You know, it was a crazy game. The game finally went into shootout, and I think that was the game that actually made us believe that it was possible for us to win. Because at a point in time, we never believed that we were going to survive Guinea, but we survived Guinea.
That game reminds me because I did watch those games, you know. I was out of secondary school then, so I understand. I do remember Unduka Ogbade never loved taking penalties, but that day was forced to take a penalty. I saw him shaking. He described it to us later. He was shaking when he was asked to play that penalty.
You know, like I said, you know, in the team, we had units. You know, we had but collectively we were this bunch that will fight and die for each other. You know, let me tell you one funny thing. We had Carl of Dinabi Numa and the late Kingsley Ahiobare. Both of them are centre backs. You will see, you know, Kingsley wanted to be identified differently because both of them, you know, almost had the same, you know, physical structure.
Okay.
And so Kingsley wanted to be identified differently. Do you know the headband that Kingsley was wearing is the strap of a Hingspan?
Wow. Say that again. He took that out of a pant, inch pant.
Yeah.
The white inch pant, I remember.
Yeah.
Because for us watching from home, we thought it was a bandana, a specially made bandana he was wearing.
No, it's a inch pant.
Wow. He has passed on now.
Yeah.
Kingsley,
Yeah.
Fantastic defender. They call him overlapping defender. I remember when we were watching it those days. Now, Imam Amakakabo, you have moved from being a player to become a coach. And the high point of your coaching career undoubtedly happened when in 2016, after the whole of the eastern part of Nigeria waited for a trophy, I'm talking about Enugu Rangers, you deliver the trophy to Enugu Rangers in 2016. Moments you cannot forget in a hurry. What did that mean to you? And how did that change your career?
Tragically, I think it helped me, propelled me up there. But I don't know, a lot of people never believed it was possible. But I think if you speak to Barrister Steve Oruro, like I always say, Barrister Steve Oruro, was vice chairman of the Rangers Management Board, which I never knew existed prior to, when I took charge of the team, and I think I was with the team. I worked with Coach John Lubu as his assistant, then later late Chief Kelechi Metole, so rest in perfect peace too. Then as at when Chief Metole was asked to leave, they asked me to handle the team interimly, and we were able to battle through, save the team from relegation. So I had a little bit of background about, the backbone of the team. So when the onus was on me to take charge of the team, I knew exactly what I wanted, and I was radical enough to be able to do a whole lot of things. You get, and I remember one of the things I did was one day I was passing by a sports shop. I saw a trophy. So the mentality of the Enugu team then was just laid back. They accepted participating in the league. But I wanted something different. So I bought a trophy, and I went to keep the trophy in the team's camp. The team was camped in the hotel somewhere in Emene.
Okay.
And so I came, I brought a table, I put my trophy on it. It was to pass a message to the team that this is what we are fighting for. So I think one day I came back from, it was raining, Captain Dog that day. So I got to the players' camp, and somebody has removed my trophy from the center of the pitch, of the hotel, and I got crazy. I hit the ceiling. Almost everybody ran away, and most of them were, by their windows, looking at me. I took my time in the rain, brought my trophy out, put it on the table, arranged it very well where I wanted it, entered my vehicle, and I think that was a huge message I passed. And there were so many stories about that team that people never understood. You get what I'm saying? But then, we had belief. We had to bring people to the stadium. I know we had some young guys that we came together. We thought about how we're going to bring the supporters back to the stadium. Now the present general manager we saw him to made him team manager of the team there, Amobi. So we did some crazy things. I remember sometimes just dressing the players in their outfits and just walking around the Enugu market just to attract, because we also sat down, myself and the other guys, said, look, let's bring the people back to the stadium. So we did a whole lot of radio shows, did a lot of publicity, took the players out to meet with the people, and we agreed. I was going to give my result on the pitch. We needed to sell the players to the public, And me and a couple of our friends that were responsible for, bringing the crowd, the fans back to
the stadium.
The stadium.
Okay.
So a lot was done, behind the scenes for, my responsibility to me and a couple of my friends then, they were into medias and all was that I had to give them good football to bring the results. And their responsibility was to, use social media, use the radio to bring the fans, to the stands. And I think God blessed us so very much that season. We played wonderful football. The team was, on a high, had belief in themselves, and we were able to achieve that unique feat after 33 years of not having a trophy.
In Rangers. Yeah, so, okay, now, before we go, because of our time, very quick one. Now, after Rangers, you left the next season. Now, some will say it's not been working for Imama. From Rangers, I remember Ekanemi, Abia Warriors, just name it. Then you went outside of Nigeria to Rwanda and came back with Abia Warriors again. Imama has lost the Midas touch, some will say. Is that true? Or you want to use Abia Warriors to rewrite that story?
I am this individual that believes in what I want to do. Whether I like it or not, I pushed the market for coaches in Nigeria after I won the league with
Rangers.
And a lot of coaches at that time were even scared of asking for contracts. Till today, it still happens. But you see, I'm one person that believes in what I wanted or whatever. And also, my goal to El Kanemi was to prove a point that Imama Mapakabo can coach anywhere if my terms and my conditions are met. And I, with due respect, I don't bootlick. Any person that knows me knows that I'm I'm highly opinionated. And so, a lot of people don't want to touch me because I will not do their bidding the way they want. Success or failure, like you said, maybe it's mine. You get, and we know what football is all about. Universally, you must have the funds and you must have the backings to be able to do it. And if you look at my career, apart from Rangers that I stayed almost 3 years, in Academy I stayed a season and I left. Abia Warriors I stayed 2 seasons and I left. But when you look at these teams are not teams that one would actually say are the creme de la creme of Nigerian football. So maybe if as at the time I was national team coach too. Let us not forget that. And I had to just shuttle through a whole lot. And whatever any person says or whatever any person wants to believe, I think I've been so blessed. I've been so privileged. Because come to think about it, I've attended every FIFA, CAF, WAFU, and I've been able to win every trophy that is in sight in the country. Any person that is saying that maybe I am not up there, that's to him. Personally, I am grateful to God for what He has been able to achieve. You get, and I'm excited about it. I work where I am comfortable working. At a point in time, I left the country. I coached outside. I'm back in Nigeria, and I'm doing what I like doing at my pace. You get what I'm saying? I work with a management that understands me, that knows that, look, he cannot be imposed players on, he must, success or failure should be mine. So whatever any person wants to say, I am Imama Mapakabo, I stand tall, and my failure or success, like I say, is mine. Whatever any person wants to say, whatever yardstick they want to use to judge, well, I'm so grateful, like I said, privilege, to God be the glory. I've attended every FIFA, CAF, WAFU, NFF competition. And what more can a player or coach ask for?
You can say that again.
God has been. Like my name, Kamano Imama. Thank God.
I say thank God for your life, Imama Amakakabo, and thank you so much for obliging us this interview. Thank you. Wish you all the very best in the Nigerian Premier League. I see you on the continent by the special grace of God.
I say amen to that your prayer. Thank you very much, my brother, for having me. It's been a privilege and honor, to be able to speak on your platform.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Imama Amakakabo. Yes, you heard it all from him. That's about the size of the show, Global Sports Update. We just truly got in Akela. We'll do this again tomorrow together. Another bumper show. Let's keep praying for Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you.
Hey, we love you. Not just because of who you are, but for who we have become when we are with you. We love that because we have you, we've never lost the magic that makes us us. We want to give you a treat this Valentine. You stand a chance of winning a Valentine's Day staycation at a fancy hotel for you and your significant other. To participate, make a 1-minute video with your boo. Tell us how you met.
You can send your entries to our WhatsApp number 0701 933 9962. Again, 0701 933 9962. And winners will be announced on Wednesday.
Life is better with you by our side. Happy Valentine's Day.
Say what we want, use what we got before it's all gone. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
This is a radio message to my baby.
Radio serves as one of the most powerful mediums of communication, as it plays a pivotal role in education, awareness, creation, entertainment, and all that you need from the radio. The radio is a great companion. It's always there. It never lets you down. February 13 is World Radio Day. It was proclaimed in 2011 by the UNESCO General Conference and was first celebrated in 2012. And to celebrate this year's anniversary of World Radio Day, Today FM would love to have some of our listeners come live to talk about radio's impact in their lives. To participate, stay on the dial for more information. Together, let's amplify the impact of radio in bringing about change and unity across the globe.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary, because we are the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest high life tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. only on Today 95.1 FM.
Maya
mama, maya ye mobu. Maya wene we, maya wene yo. Omena de la la we, maya wene yo. Orikota no tu la la we, maya wene we. Maya ye mobu, wene maya ye mobu. Imuna na pekile, si kwa maya ye mobu. Maya ye mobu, oh mama, maya ye mobu.
Tuesday, the 11th day of the month of February. Well, it's Tuesday, and I've decided to, give you amazing high life songs. I mean, I can do it, so I go ahead, I do it anyway. How did your day go? How did your day go? I hope you had a good day. If you're home, I'm happy for you. If you are on your way home, we will just have time, just have fun on the radio until you get home. Don't worry, I day for you. Amazing conversation, amazing high life songs, because this is the thrill. I am the queen of high life, and then this is Today 95.1 FM. So I day for you, my darlings. Well, how did I spend my day? Oh, I had a pretty busy day. Spent the bulk of it doing something that women do. Okay, that's not exactly how I planned my day, but life happens. Plus, Friday is Valentine's, so some things are necessary. Anyway, beautiful people, our what's it called now? Our staycation for couples is still available. So if you are yet to drop a video of you and your significant other, you are sleeping on a bicycle, you are sleeping on a bicycle, because I want to believe that you love good things. Plus, I tell you how important it is that you spice up your marriage occasionally, so you can just take advantage of this opportunity, this beautiful opportunity coming to you from Today 95.1 FM. Take advantage of it and just go ahead, have fun, enjoy yourselves with the person you have chosen, the person you have decided to do life with. Love no sweet past like that. Anyway, we are here, and we're going to talk. We're going to have this amazing conversation because we should. Okay, so things happen in our country, and then often, I don't know, but lately, there's always the whole. Have you noticed that sometimes when somebody who is a public office holder, sometimes, right, their motives might be good, but I think that Nigerians are just really damaged. I think that we are, at that point where we are so angry that we sometimes are not interested. Feels like we're no longer interested in, whether or not something is good. We just want the clean scene, as it were, to begin from the top. So if anybody comes out, if any public office holder comes out to say something, and even if the person is right, even if what the person has said makes sense, right? You just have, a lot of Nigerians saying, okay, no problem, we agree with you, but go and begin from the top. Start from the top. Everything has to, it just somehow finds its way back to the government. So, NAFDAC has proposed a death penalty for drug peddlers. And, this conversation is on the streets. What do you think about it? Is it something that you agree with? We'll talk. I'll give you more details, of course, and then you get to share your thoughts with me if you think that this is something that would otherwise be a welcome development. Or are we going to do something else? Because, according to the NAFDAC DG, she says that the thing is, the lives of, people are at stake or are at risk, if we keep having, fake drugs in circulation, then Nigerians are no longer safe. Well, that is supposedly where this death penalty proposal is coming from. Some, like I said, have kicked against it because they are saying, okay, if you're not going to start from the top, if you're not going to begin with people in government, then there's no point. For some people, they are saying, oh, why is it that every time policies are proposed, new things are about to be made and stuff. Every time there are new suggestions, it's always targeted at, Nigerians that do not even make up the 1% of the 1%. So somehow people in government who have also over time been proven guilty, or who have also at one point or the other done these things, do not exactly get punished for these things that they do. So how come there are always laws, or people are always trying to come up with policies that will punish, the masses or otherwise the poor in the country? So that's a conversation on the table. We'll talk, beautiful people. Sit pretty. This is going to be a beautiful ride. I do hope that you are ready. All right, let's get straight into the conversation. Nigeria's drug regulator, NAFDAC, has proposed the death penalty for drug peddlers and rising counterfeit products. Yeah, especially those selling fake or harmful medicines. NAFDAC's Director General, Mojisola Adeyeye, made this known during an interview where she revealed that some children's medicines sold in Nigeria had no real ingredients, putting lives at risk. Well, things like this are not even strange in this country because it is not it's not uncommon, right? It's not exactly new to hear about, fake this or fake that. There was this time we had an influx of, fake stuff trending on social media, fake soft drinks, fake beverages. I mean, I think during that period, what led to the whole, the fake trends on social media was the bursting of, a lot of, should I even say manufacturing or, factories. I think that some of them are in Abia State, right? People producing fake soft drinks, fake beverages, and it got me thinking, the consumption somehow, right? Somehow there's a part of me that always prefers getting my stuff from the supermarket. Like I hardly buy stuff, from like the regular stores, except I'm totally out. I just usually go to the supermarket and I buy in bulk. Like some supermarkets that I trust at least, because the belief is, they get their supplies directly from, the companies. So, but you see, and then I was worried about it, but because it was really scary to know that somebody in his house is producing, a soft drink by just mixing color and sugar and water, and then pressing packages, seals, and it's, in the market, and we buy and consume. At the time on social media, it was also, people were now trying to do the whole, comparison. You know how Nigerians can be really resourceful when we want to be. So we would see pictures of, for instance, a beverage, yeah, and we would see, pictures. They would literally fish out the things, make it clear. They would mark out those things that shows fake, how to distinguish fake from real. So you're looking at the picture and then you can tell the fake apart from the real. That is where the pictures we got to see on social media. Not like when you buy something, you can actually, before now, we're not exactly taking the time to look at the things that we buy. We'll just go buy and consume. And then some people that say talking about how, Nigeria, it feels like we're highly favored in this part of the world because the things that we consume, the amount of fake stuff that we consume, we are not even supposed to be as populated as we are. Giant of Africa, over 200 million people, and we have so many fake things in circulation. So that period on social media, it was Nigerians are supposed to be as grateful to God. We should literally be the most grateful people on the planet, because the things that we consume, the things that are in the markets, in our markets, the things that we do to ourselves by ourselves, scary much. At the time that these things were trending on social media, you could, a lot of people, of course, when something is trending like that, you get to see that many people want to try out. So everybody's going to their kitchen to check what they have. And then, we started the comparisons. And some of them were actually true. You could tell them apart. After careful consideration, So we already have this as a menace in, our society, where we have, we have an influx of fake things in the markets and stuff. So this proposal by NAFDAC's DG, and then she went on to explain that some children's medicines sold in Nigeria had no real ingredients, putting lives at risk. I recall that we also had this time where some drugs would carry this number where you could, text. I think you could send a code. I'm not really sure I got to do it because I'm not a drugs person. Kai. I don't like to take drugs, and thankfully I barely fall sick. So, but I know that there was a time when it was publicized, it was announced. So you have this code. Drugs were supposed to carry a code, and then you dial the number. Right, you dial the code or something, you send a code to a particular number. I think that number was from NAFDAC, and then to confirm the authenticity of the drug, you're trying to check for real or fake. And that was something that was innovative, and it was really helpful because, please, one bad thing that would happen to us is having fake drugs in circulation. I mean, that's a really scary situation. So, NAFDAC has said that they have proposed a death penalty for drug peddlers, especially those selling fake or harmful medicines. So, I'll go ahead to quote the NAFDAC DG here. She says, "You don't need a gun to kill a child. Just give them bad medicine." We've heard several stories. Some of you even know somebody who died as a result of, fake treatment, fake drugs and stuff. Sometimes you get to hear that children, they become disabled as a result of, one bad drug that was given to the mother, probably when she was pregnant with the child, or when the child was born, and then something happened, and the child was given one bad drug, and before you know it, this is the situation. The child has a deformity. There's a shortage of blood. There's something wrong with the eyes, or something wrong with the limbs, or something is just wrong somewhere. And it's no thanks to fake drugs. So the NAFDAC DG said, you don't need a gun to kill a child. Just give them bad medicine. And so she said only strict punishments will stop the dangerous trade. She also criticized light penalties such as 250,000 naira fines or short prison terms for those smuggling deadly drugs like high-dose tramadol, which can cause brain damage or death. So she says it is wrong, it is bad that the penalties for drug smugglers usually between the fines of 250,000 naira or short prison terms. Well, to make this law a reality, NAFDAC is working with lawmakers and the judiciary to enforce tougher punishments for offenders. According to her, if you kill a child with fake medicine, you deserve to die. According to the NAFDAC DG, she says if you kill a child with fake medicine, you deserve to die. Well, I mentioned earlier that we have gotten, I don't know, I think it's coming from a place of, we being damaged as a people, because at this point, I don't know how best to describe our situation. We are at that point where even when a public office holder is making sense, even when what they have said is in line, if we want to be honest, to ourselves, and then we look at the fact that, this is actually a problem that we have to tackle, right? It's not exactly sufficient. It's not enough that drug peddlers just get to pay a fine of 250,000 naira, or they get light prison terms, and then they are good to go. People who sell fake drugs, and then leading to the sufferings of children or even adults alike are just let off, lightly, and then it's like nothing deep happens to them. Like they don't get to actually suffer or pay for what they have done, pay for the damages that they do, to the people who eventually consume the fake drugs. So we are at that point where we tend to
we just forget about whether or not the person is making sense, and then somehow we just direct our attention to the government. Because I followed the reactions so far, and for reasons I cannot, maybe for reasons I know are not exactly out of place, but somehow I just feel like at a certain point we should, maybe try to shift focus, and look at the things that actually benefit us. But it's unfortunate that following the DG's, declaration and stuff, Nigerians are now saying, okay, no problem, we have heard you, ma. Start from the top. Start from the top. It has to begin with people in government. Okay, so I've got to see comments like, okay, so what is the penalty for embezzlers, corrupt officials, those who launder money? So what are we doing to these people as well? So if we're going to have a death penalty for drug peddlers or people who sell fake medicine, we should also have a death penalty for corrupt public holders, corrupt politicians, those who launder money, those who embezzle funds, and what's it called now? Public funds looters, all the, a whole lot going on there. And I'm like, okay, Nigerians, please, can we now shift to what this woman has said? Can we move to this? Can we move with this? Is this a problem or not? The whole, menace of fake drugs circulating, the society. Is it a problem that we are being faced with? Is it a problem we need to tackle? Yes or no? Is it possible that we will forget about, temporarily at least, forget about, blaming or saying, oh, let's go back to the top and let's do this, let's do that. Why those things are not even out of place in themselves, right? They're not out of place in themselves. Asking that, okay, if we're going to have strict penalties for people who do these things, then we should also have strict penalties. If we're going to have strict penalties for people who sell fake drugs, for drug peddlers and all, we should also have strict penalties for public office holders, corrupt public office holders. We should have strict penalties for, looters of public funds and all that. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but I don't know why Nigerians have decided to focus on that. Anyway, let's talk. At this point, I'm going to open the phone line. So you call in and tell me, do you agree? First off, right? First off, do you agree with the proposed death penalty for drug peddlers? Is this something that you would call or you would refer to as a step in the right direction? So if we're going to go in with this, right, is this something that you support, that NAFDAC, pushes for? Should they continue to push for, death penalty for drug peddlers, especially people who sell fake drugs? Should we have death penalty for these people? And then should the same be extended to looters of public funds? Should we do tit for tat? Well, 0817 0000 951, 0817 0000 951, 0810 9510 951, 0810 9510 951. So let's talk. Hit me up. Do you agree with the proposed death penalty for drug peddlers? And then should same be extended to looters of public funds? What do you say? Okay, let's begin. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Namaskar, beautiful lady. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good evening to you.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Irene from Bunzu. I actually got your number in the hangout and I sent you message in the sent. Now you sent me back, so thank you.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so that being said, okay, death penalty, because I'm a very soft-minded person and, there's anything dying scares me. I think that's too harsh. But they can put, because of, they're also putting my children, I love kids, right? So they are putting my own children at risk, killing my children. So for that reason, they can put them instead of death penalty, put them in prison. And no government official should come and pardon them or anything. Let them serve that,
prison term.
That's all right.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Irene. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, this is Mr. Zion. Good evening to you.
Welcome, Mr. Zion.
It's a shame to that NAFDAC whoever that is coming to tell us such word or proposing such a punishment for drug peddlers and so on.
Oh,
Since
why?
President Tinubu came into office, I am the only Nigerian who has stood up in over 3, 4, 5, 6 million people to say that his administration is incompetent, including all his appointees. When I was in school back then, our mathematics teacher always used the word show working. Show working. 1 plus 1 is 2, we agree. But how do you derive at the value of 2? They cannot. So for them to go to work, how can we stop these people producing fake drugs, fake products, substandard products? They cannot stop them. But rather, they just go straight to the value 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. How do you derive to 2? See, when you see most people rejoicing, oh, in this administration we are doing well, check very well. Those are people who are into criminal activities. Because of what? The agencies cannot identify them. No wonder the spirit and the soul of Dora Akunyili can never rest in peace. Because this was a woman that fought for our nation. She took the bullet for our nation. She risked the life of her family for our nation.
All right.
And secured our nation. The people she handed the nation to. And now what? Washing away our effort, just like the Ogoni 9, Ogoni 12, Ogoni 12. Why are we like this in this generation?
All right. Thank you.
Why can't you go in total and solve this issue? Arrest these people even before the drugs will get to the market. A lot of products we consume today are fake, including the soft drinks, the soaps, the foods, mention them, because regulatory agencies are not even available to arrest them.
All right.
Let me stop here, Mr.
Thank you,
Zion.
Mr. Zion. Thank you. 0701-9339-962. Text messages and WhatsApp messages as well. 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, this is Faina from Port Harcourt.
You're welcome.
Yes, I think there is a saying in the Bible that when the wicked is allowed to continue with their wickedness, they will do more wickedness. So if you look at that, you can see now that drug peddlers or people that are selling fake drugs, they are actually committing a heinous crime. And that is murder. Just like the rapidly peddlers giving adulterated drugs or bad drugs to children. And you know that children, their immunity is very, very low. They cannot withstand such issues. So what I'm saying is that not even death punishment. I'm talking about instant punishment. Because when you talk about death punishment, at the end of the day, the governors will not sign. So I'm saying that let there be instant punishment. You know that for now, I don't even take any drink at all. Because the last time I took a drink, I found out that it was highly adulterated. So I'm saying that instead of that death punishment, it has to be instant. Thank you very much. I know that is my name.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please, good evening.
My name is Kevin.
You're welcome. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Odili Drive, Abloma.
You're welcome.
Yes. Looking at what you said, the death penalty, in the most realistic sense, wouldn't be a good idea. Why? Because whatever that is resisted, is attracted. So what I suggest is simply, once we legalize things, it begins to make it difficult for people to access things. Let's say for those who do adulterated drugs, of course, there has to be, stiffer punishment for adulterated drugs. The question now comes to mind, why are they adulterating the drugs? Is it that the originals are not readily available, or that people in the regulatory agencies are also complicit? For politicians who steal money, what I suggest is name, shame, and banish. So somebody who has been caught stealing public funds should be named, his name put on billboards, publicly shame them. The children are also affected. You go to their schools and shame them that their daddy or their mommy are stealing money. Then you banish them from the society they're from, either community they come from. For the politicians, once you do that, it will go a long way to reduce financial, corruption. For those, for NDLA that says, okay, they want to get penalty for hard drug, peddlers or pushers, I think there are ways that we can go about this thing. There are certain drugs, currently hard drugs that can be legalized, like marijuana can be legalized. The essence of taking those illegal drugs, even in America, that today sponsors of that, some states in America have legalized medical marijuana. Even in London, they do that. So we can look at those areas, legalized. So it reduces the interest for people to want to make money for it, and at the end of it, they will get a better society.
All right, thank you.
Government should do the right things that they need to do, which is that provide the necessary enabling environment for business to thrive.
All right,
so
thank
that
you.
Radio stations can have the light that they need without going to diesel and paying so much money to keep the radio home.
Wahala, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Keep your messages coming. I'll take messages in a moment. Okay. 0701-9339-962. Hello. Good evening. Yes, please. Good evening. Name and location, please. Okay. Your line is breaking, though. Yes, please. Go ahead.
All right. You are talking about prescribing death sentence for drug peddler. Hello?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
I want to say that it is a good thing, but it should not just be restricted to just drug peddlers. Corruption should also be part of it. That anyone found corrupt, like financial corruption, we should also go for it, just as it is obtainable in China. Once this is done, I believe it will curtail or perhaps eradicate corruption. And anyone that is complicit, that is like aligning with maybe the agency that is saddled with the responsibility of investigating all this corruption. Maybe is found culpable of collecting bribe or compromising, to also go for it. So I think that is the way to go. That even if the drug agency is found complicit, compromising, they should also face death sentence. I think that will go a long way in eradicating and curtailing all these excesses of these bad acts among society.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. I'll quickly do some messages before we go. All right, this one is from Michael, texting from PH. Michael says, I'm not justifying anything, but I think that to be fair, the same punishment should be cast upon politicians who loot public funds. I totally agree with the death penalty proposal because at the end of the day, what fake drugs does to a person's insides cannot even be spoken of. So I'm totally in support, okay? Thank you so much, Michael, for texting. Okay. Oh, yes, let me take this one from Ugu, texting from PH. Ugu says, Amaka, how about the politicians stealing the country's treasures? What's their penalty? My problem with things like this is they would have the sense to propose certain things when certain things are involved. It's certain things for me. But when it comes to the government, they will let people in government do as they please without any repercussions whatsoever. I think that is why I do not even care about things like this anymore. Okay, let me take this call quickly. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, the one and only beautiful sister Amaka. A blessed evening to you and a bad one to the bad politicians and wrong government officials who have lost idea of what is right.
Good evening, Mr. Sam. Quickly, please.
Yeah, thank you, sister Amaka. Sincerely, this present administration, they have lost ideas. I'm not saying drug whatsoever is right, but why can't we, those who are these corrupt politicians, put a death sentence upon them where they will steal billions of naira that they cannot spend for the past 20 or 50 years ahead? Even their children cannot finish spending this money. Why can't they propose such thing? They are talking about drugs, and whereby you see these drug people, they are associated. They are associated with these drug people because I tell you, these drug people, you see, they rob, they do this, what I call scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Okay.
It's only the ones that don't want to reach out that you will see to come on the limelight and they say these people are the court or what have you. The truth is that the regional ones that are giving them money, they will not come and tell us. And even if they do that death penalty,
thank you, Mr. Sam.
There will still be wayo about those things. People will still be going scot-free.
Mr. Sam, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Maka. No problem. Tomorrow we'll still discuss more.
All right, thank you.
They are not people, they are not doing the right thing.
Okay, thank you so much. Last message. Amaka, Zion is on point. Just the drugs, but the soft drinks, especially the most, okay, there should be not just the drugs, but the soft drinks, especially the most popular ones in our markets. Tackle it from the fakers from Kano. Thank you so much, beautiful people, for texting. Thank you for calling. The thrill continues tomorrow at 9 p.m. A commercial comes up next. I'll take you through the world news at 10 p.m. Keep it locked with us right here on Today 95.1 FM. I am Amaka.
All right, all you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique dial.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Gokoroko, for herbal medicine, we produce strong, correct medicine. They take the support with country healthcare system. Quatliman, correct, holistic, ogbonge herbal medicine. We know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Full gram, as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now because tree near tree is a forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become ubarumba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now you.
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts. At number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio Dr. Otumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of three types that can afflict men. But of these three, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region, or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pole to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of weakness of the heart, resulting from infection or spread of this bacteria we're talking about. When this bacteria is able to pollute the body fluid, it is possible for one to witness mouth odor. Mouth odor is a form of changes that is called halitosis, where people will start coming up with breath coming from within that is already polluted. There is no amount of time such people wash their mouth, you discover that the breath coming out is very offensive. All this can be as a result of pollution of the body system. It is possible, if any bacteria is able to dwell so long in the body system, to contaminate the whole body fluid and even damage nerves. When nerves are damaged, there can be tiredness. Not only this, it is possible for men to suffer a lot because this can degenerate to a situation where a man is unable to stand like a real man. When a man is unable to stand like a real man, it is seen as a serious challenge because the whole family can be affected. Part of the joy of the relationship can be stolen, and this can cause different rancors in the family. A man that is unable to stand as he should can find it difficult to get arousal. The desire for opposite sex can disappear, and once that arousal is not there, that is the ignition point. It means such a man will not be able to stand like a real man. In some people, the arousal can be there, but you discover that because nerves have been damaged, the transmission connection from the upper center down to the power point of man, that is in between his two thighs, can be weakened. When such occurs, you discover that such a man can even get arousal or is able to stand, but the type of standing that he has is not strong enough to help him to even get into the act. In some people, they make efforts to get into the act, but you discover that they are unable to spend more than a minute or more before they are exhausted. Mind you, before a man can be called a real man, such a man must be able to have the arousal as desired and also be able to sustain the energy he has been able to gather for a considerable length of time. That is when such a man can be able to make his partner happy when it comes to man-to-woman interaction. So such men do suffer from this from time to time.
It's after knowing the root cause of the challenge that one will be able to know the right step to take for one to be totally free.
Whenever you experience anything that we have been able to mention or other things, it's very important for one to visit a competent healthcare giver who will be able to run tests on one and pinpoint where the problem lies and prefer solution. For more enlightenment and advice, the number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. Thank you all.
All right, you've been listening to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. Let's take our sponsor's message. Don't go away. We shall be right back.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, where they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country healthcare system. Kotliman, correct bakelistic Ogbonge herbal medicine, they know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Full ground, as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become Ubarugba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
You're welcome back to Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. 080-33-111-946. Until we come your way again, remain blessed.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.